love. And you can kind of see it how it's blending out. But first match on stream for you guys, bright and early pools action, Isu Soul Corrigan. Here we go.
So I do play a little bit of Viper myself. This matchup's pretty interesting because you have to be very careful about how Sagat uses Tiger Knee to kind of throw off your specials. He's got a good stand jab that can throw you off. His pokes are really good, which will kind of limit Viper into forcing her not to rely on her specials, but more so her normals in the matchup. So I'm very curious to see how Soul handles that.
And we're just seeing Isu Soul really start to bring Corrigan to the corner and really set up that space. But, you know, you were talking about it before, the great buttons that Sagat has overall. And also the drive rush into, like, overhead into the low. You know, you have a lot of variety in that.
Well, because Sagat has some of the best low attacks in the game, probably, or the best mileage from them, you really have to consider, yeah, there you go, low step kick. Then he can hit you with the overhead. He has probably one of the highest success rates of landing an overhead because you don't want to get hit by crouching medium kick, this step kick, etc., etc. So we're going to see how much Soul can actually bait out of Corrigan with the super jump. There it is.
Guess have those cross-up burn kicks. You know, the Triton True from Street Fighter 4 bringing their way into Street Fighter 6. Gonna use the Seismo Hammer to keep Corrigan in the corner. And it's kind of like this kind of like defensive style, like offensive style, kind of boxing Sagat out in its own game.
Got him in the corner here, try to get a throw tech there, but misses the follow-up from the burn kick, gets the frame advantage, and no reaction to the drive impact, mainly because Corrigan was looking out, very conscious of his low health, because if he tried to react to drive impact, he would have lost the round anyway. So good awareness there from Isu Soul.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. It's like, oh, I got this on reaction. No, you lost the round. But right now, Isu Soul gonna bait out this ODDP and just start to rack up the damage.
This is the combo, unfortunately, because I think he wanted to cash out there, Soul into the level 3, which was not a bad choice because of how Viper's drive gauge management works with how you regenerate and spend it. But this should be maybe just about alive here for Sagat because it did start from a crouching medium kick block.
Yeah, Pixel in a dream for Corrigan in this round 1. And I love the Seismo feint just to catch Corrigan, see if they're going to press a button into the sneaky impact, get the wall splat, and get the game on the board.
So it's interesting at the high levels of the game when Viper players do Seismo and people try to parry, because parrying the Seismo means that Viper can't super jump cancel, but they tried to do the parry OS into drive rush. Corrigan hasn't really done that, so Soul might be able to get away with a little bit more Seismo pressure and maybe high jump cancel feints. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay, gotta take the knockdown here off of the Thunder Knuckle follow-up. And again, just, you know, I feel like Viper's one of those characters too. Like, we're starting to see her stocks go up as well. Level 1, you're gonna get all of those extra meter on hand, and it's gonna be a level 1 into the Seismo. Easy peasy.
She is an investment character, but I'm not sure if the stocks go up because it requires you to do too much just to get a very similar reward that some of these other characters are doing for very little effort. And that's talking about the bare minimum in your life. But trying to get a button tech here or something out of Corrigan, but gets a back throw, can nearly burn out Soul unless he wakes up with a level 1, wakes up with a button instead, the audacity.
Listen, it's bright and early here on the East Coast. I don't know what time it is over there, but you know these players are definitely, listen, they're just playing like they got somewhere to be.
That's very true. We were talking about that off camera as well. One hit from Isu Soul and then he should be out, but can he force a burnout here? That's important. There it is, and there's the Nexus. He can kill. He can actually kill. Oh. And he didn't. He didn't. He didn't. He's still alive though. He's just about alive, I think. Just about. Yeah, I knew it.
Oh my God, Pixel in a dream! Oh, Isu Soul doesn't want to like walk into it because Sagat with Tiger Nexus, you were mentioning it before, one of the best in the business, but the cross-up burn kick once again. Isu Soul with just staying alive right now. 2-0 though.
Yeah, I think Corrigan's slowly finding his rhythm and adjusting to what Isu Soul done. I like that Soul's not really overextending a couple of areas some Viper players would normally do. And there you go. He's trying to confirm the Seismos into the burn kick. They get the Tracer combination follow-up. That burn kick there.
Starting to pester with those standing punches. Then okay, beautiful stuff by Isu Soul. Gonna get the high jump cancel off that standing kick to thread the needle, and now Corrigan's back in burnout jammers.
Yeah, look at that. Soul's pressure has been exceptional thus far, and he's going to close out the round with the heavy Thunder Knuckle here. I think Corrigan doesn't know where he can challenge. He's afraid to try and do an uppercut. The parries are not getting... He's not getting perfect parries to try and change momentum here. So I think you have to be a little bit more aggressive and dial up that aggro meter.
Yeah, just a little bit more. Okay. Well, the feint cancel there. And again, just using the Tiger jump cancels. It's how getting me tongue-tied with this character. It's been a while since I've had to deal with Viper, but the back throw gonna set Isu Soul back into burnout, and we've seen this before, but the level 2 is gonna cut through the Nexus.
Gonna go for mission complete there with the level 2. Gonna get a delayed burn kick. Remember, she can't super jump. She's very limited in what she can do because super jump is part of her core gameplay mechanic. But Isu Soul is still making it difficult. That's -1 challenge. There he could have got a throw there, but he didn't do it. There's one throw.
Go the Tiger shot. Try to see if they can find the... Oh, there was a confirm in there. Okay, Tiger Nexus gonna take the knockdown, slide in, drive reversal out. Oh!
He's too close. He's too close. Oh, he went too close after the low Tiger shot connected. He wanted to try and close something out. I think if he played neutral from mid-screen or just try and threatened with a couple of Tiger shots from a range that is a bit uncountable for Viper, he might have been able to sneak in that round and maybe change his fate in that set. But either way, that was actually a solid performance from Soul. That's the first time I've actually seen this Viper play, so I'm very impressed by what I've seen thus far. So he's going to progress, and he's going to go up against Dims, which I believe Dims is a French jury player, so that'll be pretty interesting to see Viper versus jury.
Yeah, the beautiful thing about these online tournaments, right? You get to see a lot of players that you maybe not are familiar with, and kind of seeing their play style and like how, you know, they've been progressing in the game. And you guys can progress that Matcherino, by the way, in the chat. ! Matcherino in the chat. When you do, it's gonna bring you right to the site. You guys are already logged in on your Twitch. There's a free 25-cent code in there. Feel free to use that. And then once all those codes are given out, if you want to contribute more to the pot, feel free to do so. We much appreciate it here at the Academy.
Yeah, we've got plenty of time. We've only just started the stream here, and I see 75 cents in the Matcherino right now. I believe you can hit !Matcherino in the chat, and it'll take you directly to the link. And you guys can do any sort of contribution, not contradiction. That's crazy. But yeah, you can use your free code, and then if you want to do a direct contribution, that'd be more than appreciated than these guys. Because remember, at the end of the day, when you do see these online tournaments, the guys are playing to not get better, but they're also putting on a show for you guys. So it kind of works hand in hand when it comes to online competitive fighting games.
That's true. Very much true. Up next, we're going to see a Zangief on the screen. Oh man, this character still scares me. It's been, what, 3 years? It still gives me the heebie-jeebies going up against Grit. Grit on the jury. And I don't know, I heard a lot of buzz earlier in the Discord about one particular character on the screen. I mean, hey, listen, Jury's $1 million character, you know, winning the first ever Capcom Cup for Street Fighter 6. So.
Ooh, okay. Modern Zangief. This is not something I'm used to seeing. I need to actually kind of observe over time what buttons he does lose. But he's got stand medium punch, he's got stand fierce. So he's got the important buttons. That's all I really care about. He's got SPD, but I think it's the heavy version that he gets. I'm not sure.
So, okay. OG Tensorin gonna get Grit out of that scenario.
Oh, we're punished with EXSPD, taking off about 30% there. Modern, okay.
Fish, okay, back throw.
Just waiting to see how it works out. And this is modern as well, right? So Grit has to be careful what jump in he's going to use. Maybe jump in heavy punch, maybe even the dive kick, but I don't think he can do it against Zangief. But because Zangief's got exceptional range for a big body character and slow, he can just scare you with the footsies, with the neutral. And stand light kick's been doing a lot of work for Stud thus far.
I mean, we've seen players like Itazan, for example, really use this character still for so many years, but you have to deal with these birds right now as you're stunned. Grit can take the knockdown off the light tensor and keep Stud in the corner, but it's gonna be the chop to get us out of this round.
He's lucky because I think Grit was kind of like between a rock and a hard place of how to get the combo post stun. He didn't know what to do, and post stun's interesting because you're basically on the next wake up. The guy's got full resources. He can pretty much do anything he wants if he's still alive from the post stun combo. No jump yet here from Thud. There it is. Yeah, there it is. I had a feeling. Like you haven't jumped in a while, so.
Gotta make sure that button works on your hitbox.
You know. Oi, hold on. Nice. That was a good choice there. A bit risky, but he's landed a couple successful SPDs. Good jump away there from Grit.
Okay, Grit's gonna snipe the jump out with the tensor in. And again, I feel like just Grit not really seeing these counter hits and really taking the knockdowns as they see them. But there's gonna be the jump in. It's gonna get sniped out with the light fireball as well.
Was burnt out, but he has got level 3. He's got modern level 2 as well. No anti-air there from Grit. But yeah, so he's not really focusing on the jumps because he's pretty scared of probably what Thud can do on the ground. He's going to activate Feng Shui Engine here. I think he should just go for the safe jump. Just go for the safe jump, yeah.
Absolutely. Just going to string them up. Force Thud to make a choice, but the choice is not going to be to anti-air once again.
He's not anti-air, and the anti-airs are letting him down. It's because he's waiting for a parry. He's not even doing crouching heavy punch or anything, and he's going to get Siberian Express, and he will close it out. And I actually like that Thud went for that because you haven't been anti-airing, so your mindset, your philosophy in neutral might change to watching the air, which means let me take a risk with that. Already 1 round up anyway. So I like that he's mixing up here with modern Zangief.
Exactly.
Yeah, he doesn't know how. He doesn't know what button to whip punish. And there you go, lovely check there. With the stand heavy punch, drive rush cancel. Still worried about something from Zangief on wake up. I'm not sure what he's worried about, Grit.
I think the one thing too, there's the anti-air, the crouching fierce. Oh, something about beauty. And it's again just Grit now has Thud in the corner, but Thud's gonna take the knockdown here, and again bring us back to this like mid-screen ish to work with.
Oh, didn't catch that knee hop there, and he's gonna get a throw. That's not a good throw for Zangief, so we'll work with that. Back with neutral, but he got punished kind of damage there, Flocky. Yeah,
we did, but now Grit's the one jumping in, trying to find an answer, checking Thud to see if they're gonna commit to the lariat. They take the knockdown here, light tensor in, get a setup shot, has the burnout engaged. Again, there's the anti-airs. Now it's all coming together. Oh, couldn't get the confirm off the fireball. Unfortunate. Oh, no, right there.
No, he missed the chance of chip. Oh, no, it isn't. He's lost. He's actually lost because of the invincibility from the Cyclone Lariat into the jackhammer there. That was close, but no cigar. But we're starting to see Grit's strategy and his philosophy unfold. We're seeing the EX Fireball come out to counter the stand heavy punch because they only got 1 hit of armor. But again, he's still very hesitant. He's doing things in trepidation and neutral. He's not being super aggressive, which allows Thud to pretty much do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, kind of lets Thud just, run amok, especially with a character like Zangief. Once you instill that fear as a grappler, it makes it really hard for the other player to kind of make a choice. But Grit, still poking away using stand medium kick. I really like that button too in that range. And just, again, just a lot of difference here. And Thud, like you're saying before, can do whatever he wants. There's the parry once again.
But I like how Thud's not being deterred. Good wake-up drive as well. He's not being deterred by how Grit is anti-airing him. You're only parrying. I could empty jump SBD. You're using crouch heavy punch. There's no real knockdown there. He's not scared of... Yeah, he's not scared of jumping. You haven't made him scared of jumping.
Okay.
If you press the wrong button, he's going to react to level 2, or a button into level 2.
Okay, tries to use the OD fireball once again. Oh, there's a jump! Yeah, and to your point, again, Thud's just not scared. And, the beautiful thing about Motivation Academy Jammers, it's 3 out of 5 the whole way through. So a lot of time for these players to take some risks, make some interesting choices in the neutral, see if they can find the game plan out.
Right, yeah, slowly but surely we're seeing Grit do adjust and take more risks because you need to play... You're not playing Street Fighter 6 if you're not taking risks. You're going to be interacting every other situation. You need to kind of move on if you get wrong with an interaction. But there you go. So you see a little bit more disrespectful drive rush, going a little bit more, not be hesitant. But then when Thud jumps, you need to anti-air. When you get a conversion, knock him down. He's still worried about doing a DP anti-air.
Yeah, maybe just not just thinking he can do it, maybe just going for the parry instead. But, Grit now has Thud in burnout, but again, maybe it's like the tensor in, just like, because I know the hitbox is a little funky, but again, it's going to be the level 2 into the jackhammer to get the round on the board and a set point set up for Thud.
And that's the beautiful part about when Zangief's in modern especially, right? The level 2 doesn't really have to input it. It's just forward and like a button or something like that to get it.
Right.
If he only had one button, he'd have to focus on using stand heavy punch for the armor, but is that match point here, Thud? Oi, he's ready. Hold on, of all things you were ready for, you were ready for that? Damn.
I can't anti-air at times, but I can sure react with drive impact. Okay.
Well, at least I know where his priorities are. There we go, punish. Yep, a good punish here. Can he go into level 3? He's going to Feng Shui Engine instead, but he's going to be out of drive gauge regen lockout here because he did do a drive rush cancel. Now he's going to get his gauge back.
Set up shop once again. See if he's trying to get a knockdown. Okay, there you go.
He's waking up now. This is good. Watch out for the Cyclone Larry as well. He still has it. Oh, that was beautiful. There, and again, he did have the right situation. Just had too much frame advantage there, Flocky.
Yeah, too much dip on his chip. And right now, Thud controlling the space and trying to make Grit make a choice. But Grit just kind of okay with just sitting back. You do have the level 2 like you were talking about. But you just got to be careful if you're Grit. You don't want to make a move. You don't want to be hesitant because, you know, Grit is kind of a dead mule.
Oh, he did it again. God. Woo, still alive. Okay, still alive. Damn, you're lucky he's in modern. He's lost. Oh my word, that was phenomenal play. He encroached on a space, hit him with the EX SPD, and then he reacted with the fireball with another modern Cyclone Lariat. Thud, my man. He's come to thud on some health bars and progress through the bracket there. Now I like that. That was good. That was like that. It was disrespectful, but that was good. I like that.
I think with that was like a jump scare out of a movie, like a horror movie. Like you saw the OD SPD, you're like, ugh. And then you just like walk back instantly. And it was just like a checkmate scenario once the Fuha store was being used. So Thud's gonna be moving on, and unfortunately for Grit, they're gonna be heading off to the less unfortunate side of the bracket, the loser side of things. See if they can make top 8 that way.
Yeah, it's interesting. If you just look at that set alone and summarize what happened, I think the big question for me was what was Grit's priorities in neutral most of the time? What were you looking for? Okay, you weren't ready for the anti, but you reacted to the anti with parry. You're lucky that Thud didn't really exploit that with empty jump SPD. And then we saw a couple of crouches. We saw 1 or 2 DPs, but then as he started to kind of rearrange his thinking as to prioritize the air, what did we see? Walk up SPD, Siberian Express. I'm starting to be comfortable more with stand like into drive rush cancel. So pretty much Thud had control in every facet of that matchup alone. And the way he ended it with the SPD into the reactionary level 2, like beautiful stuff there. Beautiful stuff.
Chef's kiss. We're gonna be moving into our next match on stream as well. Fang going up against Chill Switch. Chill Switch on Honda. Fang on Kimberly. Now I feel like Kimberly has gotten a lot of love from Capcom these last couple seasons, right? You know, the fact that she's gotten a lot of love with her Stand Fierce, for example, is one of her strongest buttons that we obviously see. And this character's stocks have gone up tremendously. You know, players like Shine over here in the States. I know Lugabo as well in Mexico. And I know there's a couple folks over in the EU that's been trying to rock her as well. Salty Kid as well. Really making it happen with the character. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this matchup plays out. I know this is a matchup we don't really see as much between Honda and Kimberly, but it should be a good one.
I think, just go back to your point with EU Kimberly players. I think Salty Kid plays Elena more often now. Let's not forget Cycle. Oh, he's had an amazing run with Kimberly in EWC as well as Street Fighter League US. But this guy Fang, I think he was in the regional final for Europe Northeast, where Juicy Joe qualified for Capcom Cup beating Phenom. So this guy's had his good times with Kimberly, and yes, one of the most obnoxious characters in the game, but she wouldn't be in Street Fighter 6 if he weren't obnoxious. No cans yet. Gonna do a delayed air Tatsu though, and he is just running amok right now. Gonna get the pickup. One of the strongest changes they've done to Kimberly over time was the delayed timing on the canisters, as well, like you said, with the Stand Fierce. But I think it's more so just the run being a frame trap now. That's what allows her to play the game a little bit more, threaten people's drive gauge, and basically establish her game plan a little bit better.
Yeah, well said. And right now, Manfilth trying to get the Honda on. Okay, it's gonna be OD hands. Trying to find their way in. Okay, Stand Fierce.
He's got some good stuff under, but he's still overshadowed by a lot of characters because he's still the Stonewall character we know and hate from all those Street Fighters like eons ago, but not looking too good. Empty jump cancel, and he might not even need the level 3 because he's going to close it out with a drive rush conversion into the crouch and meaty punch. No one had to use super bars there. Brilliant stuff for Fang, but Manfield, spend some bars home if you get the chance.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like in this game you make so much bars so quickly, and it's like candy, right? It's like a kid in the candy shop. You can literally have all the super meter you want. You really got to use it in its full potential. Fang, okay, take this knockdown here off the OD Azuna drop. Not gonna set up the spray cans once again. Just gonna keep him for a rainy day.
There you go. Didn't respect that the stand heavy kick is plus on block, so now it's going to get a little bit dirty here. Good throw tech there. Avoided the canister. Goes back into neutral. And he gets the conversion to headbutt. No, this is brilliant from Manfield right now, Flocky.
Oh, it's so good. Gonna take the knockdown here. And
He missed the super. I think he wanted the super. I'm not sure.
Oh, but the shimmy stand fierce punish counter addition. It's gonna be a full confirm here into the level 1 to get out of this round. And again, you still have a canister to spare because of that change you brought up, Jammers.
Yeah, luckily he didn't have to splurge the canister on the extension on Bush and Beat, so he actually keeps this canister for this next round. And it's interesting, he's using 1 instead of 2 canisters to make things really deadly when he gets the knockdown in the corner here. But let's see if Manfield can get out. There it is.
Oh!
Oh! What was that? Oh!
That was from down the street, Jammers.
Uh-oh. Oh, you're dead. You are so dead. Yeah, you are so dead.
Oh, no. Oh, it's about to be a combo video. Full confirmed here. Absolutely level 3. Pump up the jams for the one time and set up a 2-0 scenario for yourself. Fang looking real dominant.
Show me your Spotify in the year, how many times you listen to Ninja Star Cypher. But that is going to be another game on the board here. I think the biggest problem is when Kimberly hits you, you're already in the corner, and then you got to deal with the canisters. And that's pretty hard for a lot of characters to deal with on defense when Kimberly's such an aggressive, like, train, you know? It's crazy.
Yeah, and again, it was like to the point that we talked about before. The fact that Kimberly over time has gotten so much love, but a button that's been so strong since the really beginning of Street Fighter 6 is that stand medium kick.
Yeah, there it is. One of her, it's probably her best poke outside of stand heavy punch now with the change and moving her forward when she presses it. It's so annoying, but hey, here we are. There you go.
Manfield really trying to find their way in, but I like where Fang's just kind of sitting at the tip of, you know, headbutt in case, you know, stand fierce, you know, and it's just a lot to work with. Beautiful jump in there. Fang's gonna take this all the way to the bank. Gonna use no meter. Okay, again, we're gonna be saving our money into the final round. Fang set point.
Well, some of Kimberly's better matchups are the ones that don't really require her to use super outside of emergency level 1 on defense or just convert into level 3 for the buffs, right? If she can jump all over you and you're scared to anti it, then she runs at you. That's how she's building meter, like, exponentially, right? That's the crazy part about some of her matchups.
Mansfield trying to get in. Okay, beautiful drive reversal there.
Okay, there you go. Nice tech there from Manfield, but Fang's going to register that. Good anti-air as well, trying to lock him out. He's going to jump in a minute. He will jump again very soon if you're not careful.
All sneaks can store, and now we have one more for another mix-up, potentially more Oki situations as well. Tries to go for the Ocho throw. Nobody was home for it. Full confirm into the Bushin combo, into the level 3, the Ninja Star Cypher. He's going to set up a burnout scenario as well, Jammers.
Yes, indeed. I thought he would have tried to save a bar, but he didn't need to because he's got the buff, and that should close out the round. Not quite, not just yet. He's still got level 3. I think he's going to buff into level 3.
Oh, okay. Just a little bit of a trade.
Yeah, and I think with those situations, it's weird because do you commit to a super knowing that it's 0 on block, or do you force the trade and not pay attention to your health? Because like all Fang needed was the trade, right? He wasn't going to lose that exchange, but if you done super, we'd be playing another round. But you don't see that in the heat of the moment, you know?
Nah, you're definitely just like, oh man, I just got to figure out an answer and figure it out quick, not looking at it hindsight. I know Manfield is going to definitely be looking at this match back and be like, wait a minute, what if I did go for that level 1? You know, it has a different frame advantage there. But Manfield could be heading on over to the less unfortunate side of the bracket. Fang moving on, showing why they are one of the strongest in EU Northwest. You were saying before. Again, that Capcom Cup is right around the corner, and I have to say, I know you're excited because I know you're gonna be there. But those pools, those groups are looking something sinister.
Had nothing to do with it. I was just commenting on what Hamako and Ari were doing. I was just like, oh boy. I honestly, I was just like, when I was trying to predict names, I'm like, oh, this player would be great in this group. And then Hamako just pulled it out. And I was like, this is not scripted. Like, I just genuinely think this player would be sick in this group. But honestly, it's something that's interesting because the players, when they qualify, they have ample amount of time to prepare, but they don't know what they're preparing for. So you have to prepare for anything and everything. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks, 3 weeks prior, now you got to prepare, put all your eggs in this one basket and prepare for the one match. And remember, because 2 people emerge from the group, 2 people leave. And that's just how it turns into a zero-sum game. And you're looking at some of these groups, there's no definitive, what we used to call group of death. There's like 5 or 6 of them. There's a ton of them, and it's like, ooh, I don't know what's happening. Go on.
I feel like they all multiplied this year. It's like, oh, you've heard of group of death? How about we put an S next to group and see what that looks like? I mean, obviously, listen, when I saw the pool with Xiaohai and Blaz in this, and I was like, you wouldn't want it any other way, Jammers.
Yeah, like obviously you'd want it later, but then it's like, nah, if you want it now, especially the rivalry they've had in the past like 2 or 3 months with the Chinese tournament that happened when Blaz was over in Asia training for a little bit, obviously EWC, and just a couple of exchanges between the two, and it's like, oh, okay, it's back and forth here. And obviously Blaz showed people, Blaz wasn't the first person to show you could actually counter Fan by hitting it and then doing a step kick with Sagat. Like, people were doing that before, but they were drive rush canceling from it. He just showed you the mileage you can get from Sagat, which made people go, oh, maybe I'm looking at this wrong. And it's like, okay, because that kid is something else, man. This is a young man's game, I gotta say.
Listen, you gotta check the ID when you boot up the game. You gotta make sure everything is valid. Andre J. Damon's coming up to bat next. Jury and Akuma take center stage.
Yeah, Andre is really good at the game. He's come down to when Logan does a WSO. Shouts to Logan Sama. It is a monthly local when he's got the time to put it on. But Andre has got a brilliant Akuma who used to play Ryu a lot. I think he's got a Bison as well. He plays with Terry. So he's well versed in this game. I think he wants to travel out a little bit more when it comes to offline circuits, but he tries to participate in as many online tournaments as he can and stay solid as can be. I mean, he's got 2,000 MR. He's allowed an opinion on the game.
For sure. I mean, Dim's really close, 1993, so can almost have an opinion.
Almost.
Unfortunately, but really am curious now to see. I mean, we saw the punish before on the store with light kick, but fortunately Andre couldn't get it there. But now Andre's got to do a burnout. But Kuma, honestly, can kind of be okay in burnout. You know, you have a lot of great tools overall, but Dims is not going to let Andre have any of it.
And he's got the positional advantage here, and he goes for the guillotine for some plus frames and to help recover a little bit faster, but he's still not stunned yet, and he blocks. That's good. He's not going to get stunned. Yeah, I think he respected it, because... All right. Even better. He done the DPOS there. I think Dims was highly respectable of the Super Art 1, just in case Andre wanted to use that to get out of burnout, and he did, but Dims still got the rank.
Start using the drive reversal. I've been loving when folks been using drive reversal when your opponent's back to the corner. I just think it's just a beautiful way to keep pressure, really force someone like Andre to make a choice. And right now, Andre could have forced him to pay the taxes for jumping there courtesy of that uppercut. And it's again, we're seeing perfect parries come out in that beautiful punish once again, courtesy of that stand light kick.
Ooh, okay. I saw Andre do that combo, light tatsu into medium tatsu mid-screen. That's not easy to do, by the way. That's a very tight window to get the medium tatsu to connect like that. And he will block, and you are going to lose the round because of that. Look at that life bar. Oh.
No, James commentator's curse, and it's going to be a block. Unfortunate stuff for Dims, and Andre going to last round with almost 3 bars of to boot.
Damn, that's up. You don't want to lose like that after Andre gifted that round to you, technically. So now you're playing on borrowed time here. But another phenomenal start for Dims. And they're going to get conversion. Lovely stuff. Good pickup.
Oh, beautiful backdash there. Gets up Adamant Flame. Again, the guillotine. Gonna put Andre in the position to have the advantage. And now Dims trying to find an answer, trying to find it fast.
Oh, if he done the guillotine, he would have got a combo, but Andre's got to be careful. Still has level 3 available. Yeah, he's not respecting him at all. He's always done a lot of drive reversals, and he's always done wake-up buttons. So, Andre's going to have to play frame tight and even have to risk getting hit by a DP on wake-up just to kind of get him to respect him, because there's been no respect in neutral or when you get knocked down by a Kuma.
Yeah, right now, go again, 3 out of 5 the whole way through. Beautiful check on the Demon Raid, courtesy of that Tensor DP. And right now, Dims seeing a lot of counter hits come out now, Jammers.
A nice walk-up throw there after blocking the forward heavy punch. With punish there as well. Yeah, okay. So he's got him to do wake-up DP, but he needs to get him to respect the meat. Yeah, he just needs to start playing frame tight.
A little bit more. Beautiful set of perfect parries. And again, catching these Demon Raids with the DP. And again, Dims, you know, I feel like that fluster and fumble off the level 3, I feel like they've recovered really well and, you know, has a lot of control.
Speaking of control, let's see if Andre can hard read there on the fireball. And good walk away, not to try and protect mid-screen. Another anti-air. Andre's trying to slow down to reassess, yeah, what Dims is doing. But Dims has been mixing up his defensive options so well. It's very hard for Andre to establish anything.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful stuff. Good drive rush in. Good set up the stand medium. Okay, and again, these anti-airs have been working out so well for Andre. Double OD fireball. Not enough to kill, though. And might come back to haunt with the perfect parry. Okay. Everything is fine, Jammers. It was a happy little perfect parry into a happy little final round where Dims is up 1 game. Everything's cool. Everything's chill. We're good. We're fine.
I love that he reacted to the overhead as well with the parry. Not just block it. Because remember, if you block a driver's overhead, they're plus. So better take the risk with the parry, right?
Listen, no pain, no gain at the, I guess. And again, just Andre now, like you were mentioning, just playing a little bit more frame, airtight, really trying to make Dims in these kind of like weirder, awkward situations. But, you know, I could just kind of see the composure and adaptation.
Oh, no. Oh, wow. Okay, that was fortuitous. We're cool. We can deal with that. We can deal with that. That's good. But then he's going to get a conversion into the Super Art 3. He's going to replenish as much drive gauge as he possibly can. He might just have to respect Andre's wake up. And he didn't.
Beautiful anti-air once again. Okay, ODDP unhammy, says Andre.
Look, and you mentioned it before, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't like this character for a lot of reasons. To me, Juri's a good benchmark character to what's great in Street Fighter 5. Like, she's the bottom of greatness in this game, and then anyone better than her, they have her tools to do better. You can see how mobile she is, how consistent she is. She's got great pressure. The jab, we're seeing Dims utilize it really well.
Yeah, like we're seeing a lot of different tools come out, but not right now. We're gonna see Andre take full advantage of it. Gonna bring Dims to the corner. Doesn't drive rush DP. Wants to save the meter for a rainy day. I respect that.
Oh, air throw on the Demon Raid this time round. He's really trying to deter Andre from using the Demon Raid, but he's had jab answers, air throw, DP. He's literally neutralizing that aerial threat really well, and by neutralizing that, Andre stays on the ground, gets a drive rush cancel conversion. He's trying to fight his way back into this Flocky.
Yeah, he is. And right now, Dims, you know, still has a little bit of meter. Okay, beautiful jump on the OD fireball and beautiful overhead. Takes the Adamant Flame. Now Dims in the corner. Andre smells blood in the water. Again, tries to go for the overhead once again. Couldn't get it, but now he restart up using Demon Raid. Low forward's going to connect and thread the needle. We're going to keep it simple, keep it easy. No meter required. Perfect on the board. Andre showing signs of life.
Took a little while, but seems that the lights have switched on. Downloaded the necessary information. He might have to be a little bit more audacious on his offense, even on defense as well, even if there's a blunder. And he's still respectable of Dims' wake up. You can see that. Watch out for the DP. And he tried to run away. I think he tried to hold up.
Forward throw. Andre. Again, another perfect. And I hate to break this to you, Jammers, but I think I hear Abigail's theme song in the background.
Oh, I hear it. Don't worry. That's Abigail's theme, all right.
I'm sorry for the PTSD ahead of time. That's not my fault. That's
You
Neo's
don't want
jukebox
Abigail
at
in
that
this
point. That's not even us. That's their jukebox.
I promise you, you don't want that. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Fireball, do it. Fireball, do it. And he didn't go for a fireball. He wanted to be a little bit more greedy there, but he can close out the round, build the bar, and he's going to go for the Kendo Hozanku right there. And you can see it. 2 apiece. And he's done it in half the time as well.
I just have to tell you, you're saying all the super names, and I'm over here just like mind blown. Like
Oh yeah.
He has the Rolodex on deck. He's like, oh, it's like the flashcard. He's like, oh yeah, I got this ready.
I've been doing this for like over 10 years. So. Oh, wow. Okay. He chose to do the jump medium punch there. You know, I like it when players just feel a throw's coming. They got the anti-throat already.
What's up? Okay, Dims showing very much signs of life right now. Okay, beautiful anti-air. Andre still alive. Okay, drive rush in the forward throw. Dims set point. Okay.
I like that Andre blocked the delayed crouch beating kick to drive rush cancel, but Dims was ready to close out the round anyway. Look at the respect. That was such great mutual respect from those two to go back to neutral right there. That was phenomenal.
Absolutely. Overhead finds its mark. Okay, beautiful shimmy there. Dims takes full advantage.
Right out. He checked it with a jab again.
Okay. Andre gonna take the knockdown here. Gonna set up the charge fireball once again. But I'm seeing a lot of counter hits coming up, and all it's coming up for Dims.
Oh my god, no parry. That's good. He didn't try and parry because it was a last minute jump and no time at all. And that's gonna be huge. That's gonna be huge. Is he gonna build the bar to spend the level 3? He's gonna go for the level 3 and he will get the CA because he will go into Sip of Calamity here. And the fact question is, I think this just might about do it.
Oh man, and it will. And you know what time it is. The script is live. Final game, final round between these two. And this is only pools action, Jammers.
You know when you lose because of something that just missed or didn't work? You know that feeling's the worst in these kind of games?
Don't remind me. It hurts so much.
Like the DP wasn't blocked, it missed and he lost.
Oh, don't take the force knockdown confirmed. They had it last time, but didn't believe this time around.
Good parry. He needs that parry, but he might have to respect Dims' wake up, and he's not going to do it because Dims might be scared as well. One of the best corner games in Street Fighter 6 at the moment with Akuma. Still waiting for that conversion. He wants an opportunity to get a combo that will kill Akuma. That's what he wants.
Oh, gonna snipe the parry with the forward throw. A little bit left. Oh, D10 okay, you have no meter left. What's it gonna be? Oh.
No fire. Oh my god, he did crouch fist. I don't know if he wanted the DP there, but whatever happened, it worked out. The stars aligned. If he knew a jump or anything was coming, the crouch fist hit, and boy, did that go down to the wire. And there were so many game-changing moments, but I love the adaptation from Andre. I love how Dims set the pace. And then these guys just go back and forth and very respectful in that very last round there. Really good stuff.
Yeah, I got no notes here. Everything excellent. And listen, if you guys are being entertained by these matches, hit the Matcherino. Exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. You saw that incredible game 5. You know, you have some free codes in there as well. Once you hit exclamation point Matcherino, there's gonna be a link right there. It's gonna send you right to the Matcherino website for Motivation Academy number 17 for Street Fighter 6 EU. Go ahead and claim that free code for 25 cents. And then if you're feeling a little bit more frisky and want to contribute a little bit more, any donos are gonna be much appreciated here. And again, these beautiful donos are not only here for you guys as entertainment and for players, right? Yeah, words. That's how good these matches have been. The players are here to give you guys a show. Make sure you guys hit the Matcherino.
Please, please do. I see some names pop up on the screen as we are commentating for the guys that are actually claiming their free codes. But like we said, direct contributions are always appreciated. And shout outs to Judai for putting on this event, coming over across the seas to put on the Motivational Academy for the European guys, and these guys stepping up here. But we do see up next Dalson versus JP. I'm used to seeing this one a fair bit. Juicy Joe Crimson, Juicy Joe JNS, which is Juicy Joe's brother. But there's so many things that you see that unfold in this matchup over time. So I'm going to see what King Butaro, his philosophy on this matchup is. Going up against a modern Dalson, another modern player here.
Yeah, I didn't know all the modern players came out today. They saw it's Motivation Academy, so they wanted to throw the M up for Motivation Academy. So it's like, might as well play modern, right? Makes sense.
Larencia there with the back medium punch. Now it's interesting because if your perfect parry's on point with Dalson, you can just use stand heavy punch to punch through a lot of JP's tool set. But then you can float over the vast majority of what he does because the departure only has a set height. Dalson's float can go higher. The Trig Lab, the Stagmites, they're not really going to threaten you at a certain range. So, yeah, look, you can do all of this. You can be as agile as you want, and it's going to frustrate the JP player.
Yeah, it's definitely going to put overload onto Ping Taro's brain, really forcing them to like make an advance, and it's going to be an air-to-air affair from Xenix to get the round on the board. And honestly, you know, obviously, Sim, you know, a menace in Street Fighter V. You know, I've heard horror stories, Jammers. I already know about the character.
Tail end of the game, yeah, there was a crusade done by Phenom and a couple other players trying to get him really like defeated, but that didn't really work out. Lovely conversion there into the Stalagmite. He will set up the departure again, but Xenix is more than content at just floating for a little while. But if he floats and does no action, then he's fine. Yeah, that's what he should be doing, not committing to an action.
Drive reversal to get out of there. And again, oh, catches the teleport. Nice block on the overhead.
The Arch can apply some pressure here as well. It's going to be interesting because his damage... Oh, he can teleport out of this. No, you done the wrong way. You done it the wrong way, mate. No. Oh, mate. No, the other way. But then if you teleport forward, you put yourself in danger to dealing with JP. Oh, man, that was funny.
Oh, that's damn if you do, damn if you don't. And you look both ways before you cross the street. Unfortunately, both ways look kind of cringe.
I think Butari's found out Xenix's flow, his rhythm in terms of how he wants to deal with the purple onslaught of attacks here. No drive rush cancel because he didn't want to burn himself out from the target combo.
Respect that choice. And getting close again to that level 2, the Lavushka, right? And it's just becoming this like a situation where you have almost a fresh set of 6 on top of that. Xenix, you know, they have that rhythm, but I'm wondering, you know, if they can get that back. Looks like they're doing a great job of it right now. There's the amnesia.
Floating away, gonna put out the Yoga Comet, goes in as well. Try to get an air to air, but still not working out. I've seen a couple of parry attempts from Ping Butaro because he wants to finally land a grounded combo. He doesn't want to have to aerial convert all the time, but there it comes. Oh no, even then, didn't get it.
There it comes Lavushka City, where the population is just Xenix. And it's going to set up a round in game 1 on the board for Ping Butaro. And I think we're seeing Ping Butaro, like you were mentioning before, really find Xenix's rhythm and taking full advantage of it.
Well, I love how he ended that round with Lavushka because Lavushka's so good you don't have to do a setup for it to hit your opponent. That's how crazy it is. Green applied, lovely perfect parry. Didn't immediately go for a slide or anything there. Perfect parry again. Gonna set up shot. It's Ping Butaro. Good damage coming through here, Flocky.
Yeah, beautiful stuff, Jammers. And right now has that departure set up and really has that great control. I mean, obviously JP, one of the best in the business with their buttons. Obviously you have things like crouching medium punch, you have stand fierce, that anti-air crouching fierce that's been through so many changes in Street Fighter 6. But I feel like JP, the other $1 million character, right? Shout out to Kakadu, that winning it last year, you know, really showing why this character is still a menace to society even now.
I think he's the best in the game, to be honest with you, but some people disagree with that, but most people have him in the top 3 for very good reason.
Absolutely. Ooh.
Nice slam down with the jumping heavy punch. Gets a crouching throw this time around, so he can sneak in something. Good drive reversal as well, because if he blocked that, that would have been plus enough for another grab. Yoga Comet again. Good air throw. He's seeing it now. Yeah, he's seeing it.
Oh, the overhead, and it's going to find the counter hit, and Pingutaro gets out of that round alive.
It was a round that he probably snatched, and I think Zenix is going to be pretty annoyed by losing that round there, but Pingutaro, he's become a little bit more aggressive. He's actually allowing Zenix to kind of hang himself and, yeah, let him float a little bit. Then we'll decide what to do afterwards. But like I said, if Zenix floats and doesn't do an action, that's what will annoy JP players.
Exactly. Again,
he's still trying to do it, yeah.
Yeah, still trying to commit to Yoga Sniper, right? And it's just really tough in those scenarios. If you're Zenix, you know, now Pingutaro has the Werenthal in space to set up, you know, things like that. And the beautiful crouching mean punch we were talking about before. And now this full screen game, the obstacle course is out for Zenix to try to maneuver through.
One of the best drive rush checks in the game or anything to deal with it. Crouching medium punch from JP. He's about to get burnt out here, Zenix. And air to air from Pingutaro again. Watch out for the teleport. There it is. There it is. Oh no, level 3. He has to level 3. Yeah, he's got no choice. A fantastic choice from that as well from Zenix. Pingutaro is just about to get level 3 here, so you can drive rush and take a risk of dealing with that level 1, or you're gonna have to respect it. Here comes Yoga Fire.
Lavushka once again. Zenix has a lot of space to work with. Oh, couldn't get the counter in. They're both in burnout.
Yo. He was ready and just hit the jab button, and he got the teleport in time. Again, there's a lot of close rounds here between these two, but it does say 2-0 on the board. And even though, despite that, Zenix is floating a lot, remember where most of Dhalsim's damage comes from. It's on the ground, it's poking. If you want full conversions, eventually you're going to have to be on the floor, and you're going to have to deal with some of these interactions that you might be uncomfortable dealing with in neutral.
Sometimes he's like, listen, you got to come down from there at some point. Beautiful force knockdown. Confirmed gets up with departure once again. Drive rush is under Zenix. I like that interaction a lot.
Again, here's Pingutaro. Zenix again in a good spot. Hopefully doesn't overextend. He can actually just abuse the chip here if he gets the opportunity. Lovely slam down the jump, heavy punch again.
Again, it's going to be a simple burnout, simple wall stun. Zenix, signs of life. You know, still plenty of time, but tough hill to climb right now as it's still 2-0 Pingutaro.
Parry, yeah, there you go. Drive rush in with the stand, heavy punch, get the knockdown. Look at that, stray hits, just getting as much damage as you possibly can. No full conversions just yet, but Pingutaro has to look for the jump, and he empty jumps into Amnesia. That is such a JP player thing to do.
Character's so hype. Like
when you're watching.
Fair enough. I can't. No notes there. Zenix, okay. Maybe took it personally. Full confirm off the Yoga Arch into the slide. Zenix showing signs of life. 2-1 right now.
That was a much better round. He had a very good start, but I think where things really changed and clutched out for him is when he's playing under pressure. He was 2-0 down, and look at the substantial changes he's made in the neutral, right? That's the interesting part. So maybe Flocky, he's better when he's playing under pressure.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the beautiful thing, right? When your life's deficit, when you have not a lot of health bars left to work with, you know, sometimes you got to go a little bit deeper into the toolkit, see if you can find an answer. But now you're seeing Zenix kind of play a little bit more on the ground, right? We're seeing all that punch counter stand heavy kick from across the street. And right now, again, Pingutaro, though, snuffing Zenix out wherever they might be.
But he's starting to find, yeah, good timing there. That's going to be the round. Close it out perfectly. Because every time he floats, Pingutaro slowly but surely made his positioning a little bit more meticulous. He's getting forward heavy kicks. He got a stand heavy kick conversion earlier. He'll wait for you to just stay on the ground, or he'll summon level 2. And I don't think Zenix has realized how Pingutaro is slowly adapted his spacing.
Taking the time once again, and again just setting up the trig wipes, those stalagmites like you were talking about before, to really make Zenix just kind of overbear. And again, these forced knockdowns to check this teleport have been beautiful by Pingutaro all set.
Medium punch anti-air there as well. Pingutaro tried to get a knockdown. No punish on that downward heavy punch there. He let that go.
You know, okay.
Oh, he's got it. He got it.
Yeah, because he caught the drive rush.
Oh, the bait. Oh, okay. And there's an amnesia. And he's just going to block it out. That's fine. Going to get the positional advantage here. No level 2 just yet here from Pinjutaro. He doesn't need it just yet.
Oh, goes a little too early. Goes for the OD amnesia. Nobody was home for it, but now Xenix could just kind of hang back, throw these yoga comments, and again, wait for Pinjutaro to jump in the air. Air-to-air scenario. Xenix still on his last life bar as Pinjutaro still sitting on set point.
All right, he's going to do the flame. No Yoga Inferno, though, for a little extra damage. He's just going to preserve that bar for something bigger, something greater later on. He tried to slide under the Tourbillon, but it didn't work. Oh my god, that was sick. He might have level 3. He might have level 3.
No, oh no. We're going to save it.
Okay.
If he converted into the level 3 there, I would have screamed. Oh my goodness, beautiful stuff, but doesn't take it. We're going to take the level 2. The Lavushka once again going to force Xenix into a dire scenario. And we're going to take the damage at this point and force Xenix to make a choice on defense. Level 2 is going to catch.
Oh, it did. I thought he blocked in time, but it didn't. And he's going to go in front. The Yoga Fire saved him. And he's got to be careful of a jump. It's got to be the jump. There's a Yoga Fire. Yeah, and you know what? He resorted to it. I love that trig lab there from Pinjutaro because most of the time when situations got a bit dire, especially from full screen, you're like, nah, let me float and then we'll figure out the rest from there. He said, well, look, you've done it 1,000 times. Let me deny that float, especially in a tense scenario like that. So really impressed by what Pinjutaro showcased us there in that matchup and actually progresses deep into the bracket. 3-1 because he did beat Railgun 3-0 and he did beat S. Nelson earlier. So that means Pinjutaro is top 8 winner side where he should be going up against Andre. So JP versus Akuma probably? That'll be interesting.
Yeah, other side of that, it's going to be Richie versus Fang. And we're still trying to figure out losers. Narkim has already qualified out in losers. If you guys want to see what we're looking at, go ahead and hit ! bracket in the chat. That's going to bring up the latest bracket that we're working on. Xenix is going to be calling up against Pill Futon for that other spot in top 8. Other sides of losers, Grit versus Dims and Thud versus Asu Sol for all top 8 qualifying matches.
Yeah, it's going to be super interesting here. Oh, damn. Okay. Damn. All right. We got the TO saying Richie, you're carried. Damn. You going to do it the Latif style? You're carried. You're carried.
And for those who are just tuning in, you're coming at a beautiful time. Top 8 is just starting now. My name's Floki. I have the honor and privilege to be working with Jammers today for some EU Street Fighter 6 Motivation Academy number 17. Richie up to bat against Fang.
We could do a dissertation on all the strengths, all the positives that Sagat gives people or gives in the game right now. One of the most entertaining characters to watch for me personally, but I have spoken to some top players. Lovely anti-air into the charge tiger uppercut. They say the reward is too great, too exceptional for how simple his game plan and his pressure is. So I don't know if that will change over time. And he did get a couple of substantial buffs in that last balance pack to the lane and mine. Yeah, so.
Every small change can make a big difference, and you know, Richie trying to make it happen. Beautiful drive rush up into stand medium punch. Gonna thread the needle, gonna set up the spray can once again, force Richie to make a choice. The second spray can was there, Jammers, and it's gonna set up a scenario where Fang gets round 1 on the board.
Good stuff there, because again, people can be very terrified of fighting Sagat, making the wrong choice because of his damage output. Some of the best corner carry in the game, as you can see here. Is he gonna set up the safe jump? Looks like he will. There it is. And there it is, the easiest trade combo in the game. And look, you see how I was talking about how you set it up? If you think about when he does Nexus into Nova Tiger, what is that? +2, 6 frame stand medium punch? Set up the trade again. Yeah. It's how he sets up the trade. That's one of the most annoying things about it. He's dead.
Definitely dead. Put a fork in it. Fang is done for the round, and Richie gonna set up a 1-1 scenario. Both have 3 meters though, Jammers.
Yes, that's super important for final round in game 1. And I think even an early spend from Fang is not a bad choice because of the buffs. But Tiger Vanquisher, we might have to keep that in the back pocket for a little bit. Good check. Well, he's going to have to spend it now if he wants his gauge back. Here comes the Vanquisher.
Oh, man. Oh, that third kick. You can hear the bones crunch on that one. full confirm here. Richie still has the corner to work with on top of that to really see where Fang wants to go. It's gonna be the counter hit shoulder into a full confirm into the Ninja Star Cypher, and now we have that damage and speed boost.
But the question is, are you going to respect Sagat's options on defense if he has the right tools there as well? Just running away with it and getting more grabs here. Richie, the organizer said he's carried. Can he show us why he's carried? Oh. He's going to show us why he's carried. And it is going to be the uppercut. I'm telling you, man, crouch medium punch, drive rush cancel does so much for people. But the thing is, he hasn't got low forward drive rush, so it had to come from somewhere. And the interesting thing is, you have to watch the top level of play, because there's only a few players at the highest level that are starting to countering that and forcing Sagat to start doing drive rush cancel off of different buttons.
Love this game. Oh, beautiful stuff here. Fang's gonna have a great rebuttal with this round, getting that drive rush confirmed, crouching medium punch. And again, like we saw when Fang was playing earlier, once they get the ball rolling, it's really hard for a player to stop Kimberly. But again, these counter hits, crouching medium punches like you're talking about, Jammers, they're coming up in spades.
Well, speaking of coming up in spades, we're going to get another set play here from Fang, and it's a trade combo almost, but he locked him out of the skies, and he's going to block. No, he didn't block the Savage Tiger, so he will go for the side switch here, and it's a very good position for Richie right now.
The back throw here, Fanga get back the corner. Doing a little step kick, trying to find an answer. Oh my goodness, again. No, we dropped the combo. Oh boy.
There you go. And there, he just made it a little bit difficult, because remember, Kimberly wants to run at you and slide under, maybe drive rush and do a slide, but if you mix in and differentiate your timing with low Tiger Shot, you can throw off any Kimberly player, as annoying as they can be.
Forward throw once again, Fang to slowly work Richie to the corner. But Richie, you know, using Sagat's buttons, really starting up the counter hit play, really starting up using now the Tiger Nexus, even just as like a block option. I know, listen, it has some comparisons to Jinrai, but nothing compares in Season 3. Savage Tiger once again.
He scored the burnout of that Savage Tiger from light conversion, so good awareness there to get the burnout, but Fang still has level 3. Drive rush cancel into the Nova Tiger, and he will just go for the heavy uppercut. Probably play it safe from here as well. Watch out for the jump. There's a jump into the elbow. He's fine. He's fine.
Oh, tries to go for the slide, but the neutral jump medium kick gets the job done. Richie, 2-0. Maybe Sagat is, you know, maybe this TO is onto something. Neo, maybe you're spitting. Maybe you're spitting something. Maybe Sagat players maybe are a little carried. I haven't believed it until now. Oh, wait!
Oh, another combo? Damn, these canisters allow you to do anything you want. Literally, what is going on?
Listen, these canisters, you know, they pay your taxes for you. They were able to shovel the snow for you if you had to deal with that blizzard last week. It could set up a situation where you get the level 2 and keep your round alive. You know, it does everything for you, Jammers. So why not use it?
Well, I don't play either of these characters, so I can only be a hater at this point. But there you go, forward throw, gonna build some momentum again. Sort of tap parry. I haven't seen Richie DP in a while. Yeah, he's just allowing to take these throws. Frame trap.
Knockdown once again.
Back throw. Yep, there comes the back throw from the Mighty Tiger. Got him. He clipped him. Big damage. And he's going to go for the Vanquisher as well. People really need to be careful about neutral jumping against Sagat in the corner. You're trying to avoid maybe a Tiger Shot or even a Tiger Knee. That step kick goes mighty far, and you lost about 50% because of that. Now you might lose the round.
Oh. Beautiful overhead's going to save the round, though, for Fang Jammers. It's going to be the Bushin Beats to lay down the smackdown in this round. We're going to set up a game number 4 between these two.
Well, we saw that colossal damage output from an anti-air alone. And then did he exhaust all the resources too early? Did you break the piggy bank too early? Which allowed Fang to make that comeback here. And he's gonna get another conversion and set up the Nova Tiger once again. I think people need to start probably OSing that, maybe with a drive impact or a button, because you're gonna get hit, and the only way for him to convert is he has to go into the medium or light kick follow-up. If he does the heavy one, try and stop him from doing it, not to give him the plus frames. It's just a theory, sir.
Beautiful block on the overhead that time by Richie. Richie's gonna take the knockdown. Post target combo, beautiful block on the overhead. But again, these counter hit scenarios coming from Sagat and Richie are gonna set up a beautiful scenario for themselves. Set point once again.
There you go. Gonna get punish counter slide. A good change there for Kimberly when she did it, because before she never used to have that. So just her momentum and Oki has just gotten better progressively over time. Another counter hit that Richie's not respecting. Low step kick.
Knee, forward throw.
He's coming.
Train's coming. Beautiful punish on the slide. But now we're just seeing, you know, Fang trying to open up Richie. You are going to see the Ninja Star Cypher once again. But is it too little too late? Going to put Richie in a scenario where they're in critical art range.
Notice how Richie tried to walk under the elbow drop, but you've got a very tall character, so that's less likely going to work. He's going to have to commit to something else. I don't know if Tiger Monolith, the back heavy punch is working against elbow drop, or you might just have to let it roll. Here comes the big damage. We're going to pop him in the corner as well. We're going to use some canisters? Not yet. And yeah, good stuff.
Beautiful anti-air. Now we're just seeing Fang really take full advantage. And the shimmy, oh, couldn't get the trade confirmed that time. Unfortunate.
And he's going to spend it. Interesting. Okay. So it's going to put just a slither of drive gauge left. The Tiger Shot will burn out. But he's gone for the step kick, not respecting that level 1. Interesting.
The spray cans didn't work out in Fang's favor. But now it's just a pixel in a dream for Richie. Richie still has a ton of drive gauge. There's the back heavy punch.
What? That hit? That looked like it was going to miss. Oh, my God. No! Oh my God, he had faith. He charged the back heavy punch. Oh, sorry, he charged the tiger uppercut from the back heavy punch. And then he believed because you had no health left, which means you had nothing to lose. And you know what? Sometimes you play better that way. Nah, I've got no health. Mentally look forward to the next round. We'll see what's up. But hey, Richie, he didn't give up. And I like that. He didn't give up. Maybe Judai was right. Maybe he's right. I don't know.
He's not just a TO. I see Neo Judai playing in a bunch of brackets week in and week out. My man, and he also has been doing pretty well like at tournaments. I think he got top out of pools. I think top 32. I think at Frosties, if I'm not mistaken. My man knows his stuff with the cami. So he's on.
I mean, you gotta listen. You watch this game long enough. You play this game, you watch it at a high level, you know a thing or two. And I think it said Judai's Grandmaster. I'm pretty sure he's Grandmaster or Grandmaster something. Again, you people might not respect your opinion, but it doesn't mean you can't have an opinion. You know, sometimes we do know what we see on the screen. You don't have to be a top player or a commentator to see some things that might be exceptionally powerful, depending on the circumstances. But no, Richie, good performance, good comeback there in that last round. So he'll be progressing to winners final. Up next, we should be setting up Pingu Taro going up against Andre, which will be very interesting to see.
Yeah, for sure. This matchup, Akuma, JP, I actually have seen this a lot in my region. Shoutouts to T3 and Stuffs back at home. Very high octane matchup. It's going to be coming down to how Akuma can kind of navigate the obstacle course, but also deal with the buttons that JP has. But Akuma has some of the best in the business to deal with it. Obviously, you have things like Crouching Medium Punch, Stand Fierce, for example, from Akuma to really kind of mitigate. But you also have Adam and Flame. There's so many tools that Akuma has that I feel like there's a reason why he has 9k health compared to everybody else.
Well, yeah, he's the only one with 9k health. Zangief's the only one with 11k health. But everyone else is universal. If we're thinking about or talking about how Akuma is going to traverse the space in neutral, he's got forward advancing moves, and one of JP's weaknesses, if you even want to call it that, is if people have forward advancing moves and they have a relatively fast drive rush. Akuma has both. Drive rush and stand heavy kick if you're not careful. He has got demon rage, so if he wants to ignore anything on the ground, like his hot lava, He can try and stick in a high blade kick, maybe. We can see how that works. Also got fireballs if he wants to throw them out there. Give something for JP to think about. I'd also say as well his walk speed. He does have some of the best walk speed forward and backwards in the game. They did try to nerf his backward walk speed, which was barely a difference to it. But he's got the tools to do so. It's just how does Pingutaro kind of fit that all in and not have this sensory overload, you know? Oh, look, there you go. There's the blade kick.
There's the blade kick off the Demon Raid, and we're back at the Tiger Shrine for the other half of winner semis here at Motivation Academy. Number 17 here for the EU, here for Street Fighter 6.
There you go. Blade kick again on the punish counter. And every time you try and challenge it, it will say punish counter, which means Andre will get a conversion. So he's just going to opt for the Demon Raid to make that be the priority that Pingutaro focuses on, to allow Andre to kind of dip into that Swiss Army knife and pick out any other tool he wants for the special occasion.
Absolutely. Okay, beautiful shimmy. Gonna get a nice little situation with the OD Adam playing into the heavy Tatsu to round out this round. And yeah, just to your point, you know, I feel like we're already seeing, obviously there's still plenty of time and plenty of Street Fighter to be played between these two. We're already starting to see sensory overload because we're seeing Andre go to double Demon Raid. And really now we're seeing him just kind of make Pingutaro second guess themselves.
There you go, and you can see it. He tried to press the employment button, that stand heavy punch from JP. If you're ever out of work, just tell on your next CV that you can press stand heavy punch. I'm pretty sure they'll give you a job. Oh, he's going to use Empyrean's end to go back to neutral. He can still use the Demon Raid if he wants to. There it is.
Oh, tries to go for double trouble once again. Departure's out there, but it's getting the inching out of there. It's going to be really important. And now we're just seeing a difference in jumps now. Granted, you know, we're seeing that interaction with Fireball, but, you know, again, 3 out of 5 between these two. Plenty of time for Pingutaro to adapt.
Okay, try to respect Amnesia. That's the greatest thing about Amnesia, right? People are just scared to throw you naturally. In a game where throw loops are prevalent, they're scared to throw you. How about that? Gonna get a throw? You're looking at one of the strongest corner games in Street Fighter 6 with Akuma once again. There's the employment button. I'm telling you, man.
Akuma, you're hired.
Yeah, I mean, JP presses it, and for some reason, like, he's out of a bad situation.
Oh,
there it is. See?
Trying to hit up that Indeed.com, that LinkedIn profile, making sure that stand heavy punch works.
I mean, he's going to lose the round regardless, but I'm telling you, man, just about the last hit for the heavy Tatsu. Closing out another round here for Andre, and he seems super comfortable in the neutral here, not deterred by being sent full screen because he can immediately get back in with the right tool.
Oh, the OD Demon Raid from downhill. And again, we're just seeing the rotation now of options off the Demon Raid and really giving Pingutaro sensory overload. But, you know, gonna set up. No, we're gonna not work. Now we're gonna set up the Lavushka, the level 2, to really press Andre to make a choice. He's gonna get hit post throw break.
Alright, you're gonna set up EX Departure. No, he goes to the regular one instead. And then another regular. Good block. And he's gonna be able to close out the round. He might have to spend a little bit of cash. Maybe not, actually. Luckily, the combo was not finished. And that's good on his bar overall.
Yeah, I think JP has some of the coolest, like, confirms. We were talking off camera about it. I think this character just, over time, we've seen him just kind of get these, like, custom combos. It feels like my man's playing Street Fighter Cross Stack, and go back to that bit for a second with how these juggles are working. Andre gonna set up this Adamant Flame into the heavy Tatsu once again.
Good block on the overhead, and then he's going to get full conversion, which means that should close out this next game here for Andre, because he's going to get the Sip of Calamity to slam dunk his way into a 2-0 lead. I always say this, whenever you see Akuma use EX Air 5 in a combo, he's looking to kill you. That's the only reason why he'll put it in there, otherwise you just need to use it. But yeah, we can see that Andre has made Pingutaro fixated on the aerial threat, which means he's sacrificing damage on the ground, and he's not playing his usual game, which means it saves Andre a little bit more meter or health gauge to kind of be a little bit more audacious in other areas, you know? There you go, see? Like that.
Yeah, we're seeing that Swiss Army knife that you brought up before of options, but we're not gonna go for the employment button. We're just gonna go for Crouching Fierce. We're gonna bring Andre back to full screen. Beautiful use of forward heavy kick once again.
And interesting as well, because the way Andre's playing, it's actually the downside to it is he's putting in burnout quite frequently. He hasn't always lost from a burnout situation, but he's not like dissuaded by being in burnout delay, and he can actually kill him. He can kill him. Yeah, he can kill him. He's done. He's level 2. Oh, he's gonna use a level 1 instead. Oh! To be fair though, that is one of the more damaging level 1s in the game, so good situation awareness and meter awareness there from Andre. Now this guy's too good. This kid's too good, I'm telling you.
I mean, again, shouts to WSO with Logan Sama. You know, that's why they've been coming out to all those events, right? You know, really trying to hone their craft in Street Fighter 6. Granted, we are 3 years in almost, right? We want to make the most of our time and efficiency. ODDP unhand me, says Andre J. And Pingutaro, last life bar potentially in this tournament. On the winner's side, rather.
Oh, no confirm into the EX Adamant Flame, so he will get punished with a Lavushka setup. He doesn't need to do the DI combo, though, so he can do something else here. Oh, he's going to wait. Yeah, he's going to wait for maybe a super to come out or something. Get into it. Are you ready?
Level
He's ready.
1.
Watch out, he's still got level 1 ready.
Oh, interesting back throw instead. You know, I get the getting the space, but you're giving Andre more real estate to work with. And Andre, again, can set up these Demon Raids, really force Pingutaro in a checkmate scenario and just get those plus frames. Beautiful
Yo, this defense? No! Oh, no! Oh my god, dude, you had one of the greatest defensive sequences I've seen ever! And then that was unfortunate. I'm not sure if he wanted to pop out the EX Ghost like that on Andre's wake up, but either way, it didn't work out because that was the way to mount a comeback. If there's any way to start a comeback, it was like that. And then unfortunately, just tripped over his own shoelace, I suppose. That sucked for Pingutaro there, man. That sucked.
Didn't check the shoelaces. That one was just out just a little bit. It was like, oh. Damn.
Yeah, but look, honestly, even with your experience of watching that matchup with people in your neck of the woods, right? It's always interesting to see the perspective across the pond or even in a different region entirely, right? And then I think the best way to encapsulate that matchup was Andre was just abusive with the aerial approach. He just said, look, you are just not going to deal with this. I dictate what we do in this neutral relationship, and you're just going to have to deal with it. And he did. And anytime he tries to counter, he's like, well, look, I've got another answer here just for you that's going to make you even more scared. And there were a couple of successful Lavushkas, there were a couple of successful Amnesias, but ultimately, it never felt that the control left Andre's positioning. It never left. He's like, okay, you hit me, but you're not controlling this match. You're not dictating what we do.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Now we head on over to the loser side of the bracket. Loser of this set has to go back to the ranked MR grind. I know it's a little bit of an annoying one, but it's going to be Dims going up against, I believe this is going to be Pillow Vuitton. So Pillow Vuitton won the Sim Mirror match to qualify into the loser side top 8.
Okay, now I've seen this guy a couple of times. He's got a pretty decent Dulcim from what I've seen. I think I bumped into him online a bit. He used to play Seth in Street Fighter 5, I think, which is the same guy I'm thinking of. But yeah, I haven't really seen him play this game much outside of me bumping into him.
Well, it's going to be interesting. I mean, Dims had an interesting set and a really hard set against Andre. I think that was Andre. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, it was Andre to get in on loser's side. But right now, Dims, you know, it's just going to be the ways to commit. How confident are you to kind of get the ball rolling? And that's a beautiful way to start with a crouching medium punch.
Yeah, notice when he did the drive rush, he waited for Pillow Vuitton to do something defense. What a delayed tech that with. He punishes that. Now, Jury can overwhelm Dulcim pretty much how she does with the majority of her matchups. Right. Only if she gets in successfully. And then they teleport away. Not enough frame advantage to get a decent punish. So Dims is just going to close. Yeah, he's just going to close out the round there. So I like that Pillow Vuitton was ready with a teleport against a level 3, but it didn't amount to anything. So not particularly too scary then.
Yeah, nothing there. Oh, I guess the fireball had a hitbox on the back. Some insurance.
Maybe.
But right now, Pillow Vuitton gonna set up shop once again with these Yoga Fires. And now we're seeing the punish counter throw come up on these parry attempts.
Because think about it, right? With Dulcim, if he's not doing wake up drill kick, what's he doing? Drive reversal or parry? Yeah, see? If he's not doing that, what's he doing? Did he get him? Oh my god, he got him. Damn. All right.
It was like from overseas that drive impact word, Jammers.
Nope, that
A-okay.
drive.
Oh, drive impact, excuse me. Okay.
Everyone's getting hit by those today. I've noticed that. Every time a Dawson's on screen, somehow they hit the super art too.
Listen, they see the super R2, they just want to stand up, and they're just like, oh, what does it happen if I stand up on it?
You know? And you know when you stand up late and it just hits...
And you're just like, come on, man. Like, you know that was going to happen. Like, let's be serious. It's 2026.
He got him. He got him, Blocky.
Oh, man. Dims catching the jump out. Not enough to kill. Poofuton has a little bit of life to work with. And, okay, it's going to be a throw into a situation where Dims is up 2-0.
Okay. Interesting. That's very quick. And I think just Pillow hasn't found his footing yet. Again, he's getting straight hits. He's trying to do some counterplay on defense, but he hasn't found the footing of how he wants to win a game, you know?
That's totally true. I mean, we saw Xenix a little bit earlier have a rhythm, and then, you know, we saw in that match earlier with the JP, it becomes such an interesting thing to see because once the Dawson like gets their rhythm caught, it's really hard. Okay, this could be the pair that you were talking about before. Yes, up Yoga Arch, beautiful money dive on top of it.
Yo, okay, so normally the Dawson players do the Yoga Arch, back medium kick and teleport. I've never seen that setup before, but unfortunately, it's going to be irrelevant because Dims is like, I'm here to win the round. I'm not here to win the hearts of the people. And then it's going to be final round, his set point for Dims right now.
Oh, what? The crouching medium punch catching the limb.
Forward throw. He can get a couple throws away. Yeah, okay. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's fine.
Okay. You have to check out the back heavy. And again, this crouching medium punch couldn't get anything else off the force knockdown, but that's A-okay. It's going to be the drive impact Pillar Futon.
Yo! Nah! Okay, you know what? I'm going replay takeover and I'm watching that again. No, you people can't hide anything from me. That was a sick side swap. I know he parried the DI, but that was sick. That was gangster. Can he win the round though? That's the question. Can he win the round?
Yoga Arch. Gonna keep this space where Stan me and kick. There's Stan light kick. Yoga Inferno once again. Not enough to kill, Jammers.
He didn't block. He didn't block. He didn't block. Oh my god. He didn't block. You know what? Sometimes in this game, it is so difficult to allow the opponent to do what they have to do because it's like, I've earned this knockdown whether hook or by crook. I need to build momentum and try and come back. But it's like, there's situations where it's like, he wouldn't do it here. Yes, he would. Like, yes, he would. Like, he can close out the whole set if that level 3 connected, right? But if you blocked, but why should I block when I had such a good situation? Why would I let that go? And it's very hard to do in this game. Very hard to do in this game. It's like, good situation? All right, do what you want. All right, here you go. Do what you want.
It's all you, but good stuff from Dims. They're gonna be moving on in losers side. Gonna head to our top 6. Unfortunately for Pil Vuitton, they gotta go back to the fashion streets and try to get their MR game up. We'll see them next time. But coming up next for the last half of our top 8, it's gonna be a Narkim going up against Thud, who Thud started the stream with the Zangief. Narkim, I believe they're on Ed.
Okay.
So,
have I seen? I've probably seen. I might have bumped into this player. I bump into a lot of Europeans online, so I may have bumped into them once or twice.
Yeah.
Maybe not familiar with their Start GG name or their CFN. Because remember, shout out to CFN for allowing me to change my name to whatever the hell I want because I can come up with the dumbest nicknames. It's great to do that.
I forgot which one that you had. I remember I popped in one of your streams. It was like, I forget, something commentator. I was like, this is great.
DLC commentator.
Yay!
that was the original one where they announced commentators will be in the game. I'm just like, yeah, DLC commentator. That's the one most people remember.
Okay.
So I do think this matchup is abysmal for Zangief for very obvious reasons. The range that Ed can play at, how safe it is to play at that range. He can mix things up with Psycho Spark. Like, he doesn't have to really overexert himself. He also has Flicker as a poke. He doesn't necessarily have to get punish counter conversion. It's just very difficult for Zangief to get the reward he's looking for.
Yeah, and a little bit different from the first match that we saw on stream with, you know, Ed can stay a little bit farther out and use their flicker normals like you're mentioning. You know, you still have things like crouching heavy kick. You also have things like stand medium kick, crouching medium kick to really mitigate Zangief from even approaching. And we're going to see the Psycho Blitz.
There you go. Yeah, just mix it up. You can play neutral the predominant of the time, and that connected from Lord knows how far away with the double crouch medium kick conversion. And then again, gonna block it out. He's got Psycho Cannon if he needs to do anything crazy. But, yeah, see? And you saw that Thud tried to do an SPD in between that, because before he landed an SPD when Narkim pressed a button. He done like one light and he immediately pressed, or he done the modern SPD. But if now Narkim does a button into a flicker, it could frame trap, so the SPD doesn't work. That's something I noticed.
Right, beautiful use of crouching heavy kick. One of my favorite buttons with Ed in his suite, forward progressing, also special cancelable for some reason. You know, shout outs to Capcom for giving Ed all the tools. But like, you know, this character went from everybody thought this character was really nerfed to the ground to this character is still like one of the best in the business.
Listen, Ed Player's done a really good job at gaslighting everyone that he wasn't gonna work out, and then you just found out everybody got better. Remember, Capcom can nerf a character to make the players better, and you'll never realize it. You really won't realize it till later.
Listen, the Ed Players took notes from the Ken propaganda team from Season 1.
Of course. Can't jump yet. Oh, he jumped! Oh, dude! I said he can't jump, and he did anyway, but sometimes that's what you got to do with Zangief, and he's not going to throw a no-context drive impact or try stand heavy punch, because trying to do that against Ed at this range. Oh my, dude, I said you can't do that, and you do it anyway. Oh my.
Oh no. Okay.
Dude, Narkim has just literally got this guy's number. He's like, I know what's going to happen on chapter 4 of this book. You don't have to tell me. No spoiler alerts on social media. I just know what's going to happen.
Listen, I don't have to read anything. I don't have to read the manga. You know, I'll just wait for the anime only edition of it.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
I love that from both players. Narkim waited, so he didn't make sure his Psycho Uppercut whiffed, but then Thud waited a little bit before he done the delayed SPD. I love that choice from both guys.
Narkim just taking their time, just throwing out those flickers like pokes like you were saying before.
Yeah, the way he's playing. Yeah, do you see what I mean? The way he's playing, he's just gonna have to throw out an armored move or something, because the way you can't win neutral, or the way you have to win neutral, the system allows you to have an option. Because if this was Street Fighter 5, with these two characters how they play now, there'd be no option. But the drive system allows you to attempt something, but it's a very risky attempt with a very easy counterplay. That's the thing. That's what Ed has, easy counterplay for most of these characters.
True. Jumps the Siberian Express. Oh, couldn't get the confirm into the heavy Psycho Blitz. Unfortunate.
Ooh, oh, okay. I'm not sure what the Orsh Dynamite attempt there. Maybe it was an execution error. I'm not sure. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt, but.
Oh, catching the Psycho Uppercut. And again, beautiful use of crouch leg kick there. Gonna go into the Psycho Storm, if I got my homework correctly. And it's gonna be a, oh yeah. Listen, the teacher said I passed the class. You love to see it. Set point for Narkim. Listen, shout outs to Rozu. Rozu was like, yeah, Jammers literally quizzed all of us. And I was like, oh, bet, bring it. I did my homework. I was like, oh, I'm commentating with Jammers today? I gotta make sure I can know my super names.
Oh, man, look, it's fine if you don't. Like, people think I'm this evil
villain. You help me a lot.
People think I'm this evil villain if you don't get the name right.
It could have been worse.
Maybe. Oh, okay, nice buffer. Drive reversal again. Got plenty of drive gauge to work with as well, actually. Thud's got nothing, so this is actually a very beneficial position here for Narkim. Oh, wow, until that happened. Yo.
Oh.
Yeah, let him get the gauge back. Just let him get it back. It's fine. Yeah.
Does have the Siberian Lariat, so we can catch Narkim throwing out those fireballs.
Yeah, I don't know what Thud's waiting for. I don't know if it's a level 3 attempt or he wants to actually go for the gusto and attempt to grab. What is he waiting for? Because there's 35 seconds left on the clock. So while you wait, time doesn't. There's an SPD. That's the round. Yeah.
Okay, that was probably what they were waiting for, seeing where Narkim wants to throw out those flicker normals. We're seeing Narkim just kind of commit to those stand light kicks and stand crouching medium kicks in those ranges. So I like that idea. Beautiful use. Use the double OD flicker into the Psycho Chamber. And it's going to set up a beautiful scenario for Narkim where they can almost get a fresh set of 6 jammers.
Yeah, he took off a nice 55% there. Did Narkim. Him just enjoys to spend it early. He seems confident that he's just going to dominate the neutral for the next couple of seconds. But no conversion there, but he does make amends, and he will solidify his victory with that 3-0 in a dominating fashion because he played the matchup the textbook way. That's what you need to do. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't really overextend. It's Zangief that needs to overextend and overexert himself in that matchup. And Narkim's like, you know what? I'm pretty pleased with that. And his reward is going up against Pingutaro, where it'd be Ed versus JP.
Which isn't a bad. Listen, Narkim definitely had the open note test ready. He was like, where's the chapter on Zangief? Then he just has to turn the page over to JP, which not a bad order. But now we're going to see Fang going up against Dims, Kimberly versus Jury. This is going to be a high octane, fast match. Someone start a timer because I want to see how fast this one goes.
I want to see how disrespectful these two will be to each other because Dims has actually been very active on defense. Wake up jabs, Tensum rims. Like, if he gets the read, he'll do the jump medium punch into the dive kick. Yeah, look, see, like, he's very good at doing force knockdown jabs. So I just want to see how disrespectful both of them will be to each other.
Absolutely good to do the heavy Tensum once again. Gonna set up shop. Catches the backdash. They both go back to neutral again. The stand medium kicks from Jury. Dims has really been committing to all tournament long. Beautiful, perfect parry. Setting up a beautiful, perfect. On top of that, Dims, continue where they left off in their last match that we saw just a bit ago.
Ooh, that looked like a spacing trap. I could be wrong, but that Samedi punch did whiff from Fang. So just walking away and respecting the fireball. That's one of the biggest reasons why people don't like Jury. They're annoyed. It's the fireball. You can't really jump because it forces you to jump. She gets free anti-air. People are they don't want to respect Jury too much when she does too little to earn that respect.
Absolutely gonna save the spray can for a rainy day post Bushin beats. And Dims right now is going to take this knockdown. OD Tensor in. And now Dims has Fang where they want him. He's going to set up a beautiful scenario. We don't have to spend any crazy meter. Just get a level 1. We don't need to see the animation right now. Because it's going to be a 1-0 scenario for Dims. Just like that.
Again, how does Fang comfortably approach and then make it so Dims doesn't want to fight Kimberly? There you go, the fireball being a saving grace once again, and the read on the drive reversal, but it also covers tap parry and delayed tech as well, so Dims got all fronts covered.
Yeah, looking to solidify themselves in loser semis, but Fang trying to answer back with authority. Odiazuna drop. Are we going to spend any spray cans? Yeah, we're going to spend one.
That made sense. That DP made sense because he blocked the first one, and just because of what Fang had to do to mount a comeback, I don't see why he wouldn't want to do a DP again. So actually good awareness on defense from Dims.
Uh-oh. There's going to be so much damage. Jammer's going to activate the engine.
Now, he doesn't have to stun him if he doesn't want to. Yeah, he doesn't have to stun him now. Yeah. Because in that situation, you want Dims to try and do a drive impact so you can potentially react with a level 1, but he's like, I'm in Fang's for engine, I can do whatever the hell I want, so just deal with it.
You figure it out. And right now, Fang has to figure it out and figure it out fast. It's 2-0 Dims here. And again, loser side action. Loser this does unfortunately have to go back to the idle screen. Winner of this does punch their ticket to loser semis. Beautiful bait on the OD Tensorin. Fang's going to take full advantage of it.
Yeah, he can drop the canisters if he wants, or he can go for a free stun attempt if he'd like to see it, but he's got other plans here, Flocky.
Oh man, a symphony of headhunters, courtesy of Fang, and Fang slowly working their way back into this game, Jammers.
Okay, goes for a throw. Wasn't punished counter, so just about recovered from the extra recovery frames on a tap parry. And the conversion off of the EX Fireball. He performed
Dims.
jump after that. I noticed that. Like when you do the jab and cancel it into the through her store, people are trying to move or do something, but they're getting hit, which means it's free damage slightly for Dims.
Yeah. And, you know, Dims, you know, still has the life lead on top of that, even with the round deficit. And again, just waiting it out. Beautiful punish on the stand, heavy punch, courtesy of that low forward from Jury, and setting up a set point for Dims just like that. Blink and you'll miss it.
Well, I wonder if Judai put on the timer like you asked for, because it looks like this is another speed run we're seeing in the tournament, but it will be a conversion or a reset off of the canister from the crouch heavy punch launch. Almost. If that was a tech and not a jab, that would have been big. But here's what's big. He didn't spend the bar. He needs the bar.
That was it. That was yours. Oh, no.
Well, he's not in CA. It's not a CA. That's the important thing here. It's a level 3, but it's not CA, so he doesn't lose 2 drive stops here. It's gonna be pretty big, but Bible again. Yeah, you have to respect it. Oh my god! And he is gonna go into the Bushin scramble here. That should close it out. Yeah, it's the thing. That used to be a fully invincible reversal back in the day, but they changed up some properties and allowed Kimberly to cancel into the level 2. So that situation in particular does save Kimberly from dire straits.
And now we're in the Pow Pow Cafe for game number 4. And right now, again, I feel like these two are just playing a beautiful game. Beautiful stand, fierce, canceled into drive rush, get set up, the fireball on top of that, and just chase it down with the stand medium punch. This character, like you were mentioning before, I feel like Jury is like you were saying the benchmark. And it's just like, it's just incredible, like how far this character has come, like even in the years. I mean, obviously we have players like Jack that are going to be heading out to Japan in a couple weeks and really using this character as well.
Yes, the air throw there on the elbow drop attempt. No whip punish there for Dims, but the fireball will set up the skedaddle because the overhead will close out the round here for Dims, and he's looking to progress into the losers semi-finals here, where Fang, it looks like his answers are limited in terms of how he's going to plan a comeback here, but it looks like he's got something ready.
Absolutely, gotta throw up the shoulder once again. Gotta set up the spray can. That way Dims cannot chase his fireball, and I like that choice. And right now, Fang. Oh, what a tensor.
There we go, nice dive kick to avoid the crouching heavy punch. These guys just jumping all over the place like it's a platformer.
Here's the parry. Drive reversal gets baited out. Fang's gotta make this count.
Level 3, level 3. Don't make this difficult. You gotta make it difficult. You gotta make it difficult. All right, you got this down. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. You know what? He preserved the bar. He knows what he's doing. I'm just a backup dancer. So if you can spend level 3 nice and early here, it could be pretty useful.
Oh, man. That's why we have some of the best seats in the house, jammers, for moments like this. Dims, again, just gonna set up shop. Gonna bring Fang to the corner.
Oh. Okay. Big conversion here, and he will cancel into the level 3 here is Dims, and he's going to put Fang in CA range. Now, he can get a throw, but Fang had other ideas, and he's burnt himself out here, Flocky.
Oh, they have. You know, right now, they're going to try to go for that throw you were talking about and set up a checkmate scenario where it's going to be a jump medium kick. Perfect, and someone stop a clock because I definitely didn't put one on. I hate to break it to you guys. Dims gonna go 3-1 over Fang. Great performance from Fang, but unfortunately not enough today. We'll see you next time, but Dims gonna be moving on into our losers semis match.
That was very entertaining, and hopefully you guys have been enjoying the entertainment here for Motivational Academy. And you don't forget !Matcherino, and you guys can still claim your codes. I think there's still a bunch of codes to claim, but you can also make direct contribution. All of it goes to the players. It doesn't go to us commentators. It doesn't go to us. It doesn't go to Judai, the TO, because remember, word on the street is these TOs have got million-dollar mansions and yachts that they're flying around in Miami getting ready for GTA 6, and they're not sharing any of the money with us. So it goes all the way to the players so they can buy a pizza box later on tonight. But yeah, we're going to be moving on to our next match here between Narkim and Pinkutara Ed versus JP. I heard this one's pretty annoying for JP, actually.
Yeah, a little bit annoying. I mean, obviously you have flickers to kind of mitigate space, but also you have your flicker normal things like crouching medium kick, stand medium kick. It's going to be interesting to see how Pinkutara plays the neutral with it. Obviously, we were talking about before, crouching medium punch and also stand medium kick from JP, one of the best in the business. But when you have a punish counter scenario like that, Narkim can set the pace just like that.
Yes, indeed. Too right you are. I think it's just mainly the range. Ed doesn't really have to drive rush in like haphazardly. It's kind of more of like a calculated, slow but sure win or dominance of the neutral there for Ed. And of course, like we said, you've got the fireball as well. So, and then some of these conversions that Ed has, JP's not really fond of them either. Yeah, especially when you get pulled in by the flicker as well, because it's projectile technically. Oh, knockdown.
Oh, gonna go to instant air, jump like, excuse me. Oh, gonna convert off the psycho shoot.
Nice. Oh, there we go. Drive rush into a long-reaching normal. And he caught you, and it was plenty of damage for Narkim to work with. And Pinkutaro's got to consider that as well. Remember, he lost a player using like predominantly the aerial threat. Now he's got to fight someone that's predominantly on the ground and doing it from further away. So these are not good problems to have in a tournament bracket, especially in the top 8.
Yeah, especially in a top 6 scenario too, where you know your life is on the line. Things are letting Narkim jump in. No anti-air from Narkim. Narkim was really on it in their game against Thud. So maybe it's just a matter of getting that rhythm down. Oh.
Puts out the departure as well. I do like where he positioned that departure as well, just in case Narkim does the drive rush in. And then he wants to drive rush, crouch media kick, or crouch and heavy kick, because you can actually see if the departure will save him from getting hit by a long reach. So nice interruption there.
Absolutely. Now we're seeing Narkim back against the wall. But that's okay, right? Because now Pingutaro, you know, can really set up Lavushka City once again, where the population is Narkim. But the drive reversal, a beautiful option to get out of that scenario, but not that scenario with the stun on top.
There you go. I'm going to close out the round here. This is a round we'll be needing Pingutaro as well. Again, he did use Lavushka earlier. Lavushka can be, well, it's one of the most versatile supers in the game, one of the best super art 2s in the game as well. But you can see Narkim not really having to exert super bar unless it's going to be pivotal for the Psycho, or sorry, the decent combo. Oh, it's just going to kill you, right?
Yeah. Oh, did he commit to the full confirm here? Didn't believe in the jump heavy kick. Again, these departures you were mentioning before. I even saw a drive rush departure to stop their momentum. Pingutaro really making it difficult for Narkim.
Yeah, you should always pay attention. Nice parry. You're going to do Lavushka as well to see what Narkim does. If he gets hit, he could lose, but he's just going to take the throw combo instead, and that's not actually a bad choice, especially with Narkim low on dry gauge. You always got to pay attention to what players do when JP puts the departure above your head. That's the most interesting one. He's got level 3. No, he's going to level 2. He's going to do a decent combo instead. Yeah, because he's going to get the kill on the carry. This is huge. And look at the dry gauge he regenerates from this as well, Floppy. That's massive.
That is massive. And this is the second time we've seen him do Psycho Knuckle to go full screen to catch either departure or a ghost attempt from Pingutaro. But Pingutaro is going to bring Narkim back to full screen. And now they're going to press the issue with the Lavushka once again.
There you go. I'm telling you, man, I've seen that move. What is he? Did he summon it like 2 or 3 times in that game alone?
What, the Lavushka? Yeah, I mean, because it's a level 2, right? I mean, obviously, you were talking about before, one of the strongest level 2s in the game. You know, obviously, on the par with things like Rashid Yassar, for example. You know, when a character like this, you know, has access to that, sometimes the level 3s might not even be necessary.
Very true. And also, if you watch how they spend bar, if you have 3 bars and use Lavushka, it's actually faster to get it than actually building bar from 0 to 2. It's easier to go from 3 to 1 than build 1 bar than 0 to 2. And if you have a powerful super like that and your meter builder is insane, well, then Bob's your uncle. Oh, what the what? Nah, that was clean. You done back medium punch to counter that? Yo,
JP hype. And people think JP's not hype? Come on.
He can combo from anything, from anywhere. That's one of the reasons why he's hype. Look at that. That's not. Come on, brother. Come on. That's why he's the best character in the game for me. Stuff like that. Come on.
I'm about this. This is theater. This is okay. Psycho Can's get a hit. Psycho Knuckle from downtown.
These guys are hungry to get control in the neutral, but it looks like Narkim's going to recover his dry gauge before Pingutaro gets it back, but Lavushka, it will save him. Give him that second win. Lovely timed drive reverses there as well.
Oh, now we're baiting out the Psycho Knuckles. Beautiful stuff by Pingutaro. And we're going to go into the command throw. Oh, man, a man after my heart. Oh, love to see it. Pingutaro 2-0 right now against Narkim. With Narkim, I would argue, had a really dominant game that first match in top 8.
He did, but I think he's resorting to the option of Psycho Knuckle too often. And Pingutaro's like, if you're going to charge that from full screen, no problem. I won't commit to anything. I'll just wait to get a full punish counter combo when you arrive at my end of the screen. And remember, you travel full screen, so you're doing half the work of positioning for me. Ow! Ow! That hurt!
Level 1. And again, we're just setting up full screen once again. It's just making it hard for Narkim. And I feel like Narkim is getting really frustrated. There's the Psycho Knuckle once again.
Conversion, chip him out. You can just chip him out. He's fine. He tried to do, you know what? I respect that he done a different version of the Trigger Glass first, just in case Narkim command dash or jumped into it instead of avoiding the far reaching one. Good awareness there from Pingutaro. Looking to close this one out. There another 3-0 in this bracket.
Listen, these players are playing like they have somewhere to be. They gotta go grab a pizza in a little bit, right? You know, gotta make sure you get a nice fresh slice from the box.
Perfect. Oh, I like that. Perfect parrying both hits of the EX Phantom. I see. Oh,
Psycho shoot. Sniping. Teleport. Oh, unfortunate stuff. Now Pingutaro again bringing Narkim back to full screen. We're back to the scenario now. We're seeing the Triglovs catching the startup now of Psycho Knuckle. Maybe the pace is in their favor, and Narkim just running out of time and running out of meter at that.
But look at that air conversion though from the forward heavy kick, and he's gonna activate Lavushka again. He delayed the inevitable, and if you guess wrong here, you might actually be dead. And he blocked it all. He done the hard part, but you get rewarded with more hard work. Hard work gets rewarded with more hard work, and you're gonna lose because of it. Oh, mate. Oh, brother. That was sensational stuff there from Pingutaro, but I gotta give flowers to Narkim because he did block the whole of Lavushka, and he did respect JP in the tracks. But I'm telling you, just because you block it, don't mean the job ain't done. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
This character's hype. I don't know what to tell you, Jammers. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. This character's hype.
I mean, I can pull out my notebook somewhere as to why we should change it up, but that's my personal vendetta against the character. But that's me personally. No, honestly, that was some really good play there from Pingutaro. I like the attempts because, like you said, in the very first game, Narkim actually had some really good neutral control. It looks like he had a game plan going into it. But I think as more departures came on screen and he was sent full screen on a regular basis, it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to drive rush in all the time, which I think drive rush actually worked out better than charge Psycho Knuckle. But I know what's more expensive, drive rush into crouching medium kick, not charge Psycho Knuckle. But as soon as Pingutaro clocked onto that, he just adapted perfectly to it. And then, of course, as you're doing that, he's building meter, he's gaining positioning. Your frustration meter is going up because people forget about that. There's an invisible frustration meter in Street Fighter 6 that people don't really talk about. And then over time, it's just like, okay, we didn't really see level 3. We only saw level 1s. And as you mentioned, you got a level 2 like that. Why need level 3, you know?
Exactly. I think the one thing I would have loved to see in those scenarios too, you know, one of the changes that Ed got in a couple of patches was the fact that off Psycho Knuckle, you can actually, when it's charging, you could dash forward. So it could have been a scenario where he could have dashed forward, really saw what Pingutaro was thinking, was like, okay, maybe now, you know, we can change the rhythm up, because at that point he was just doing Psycho Knuckle from full screen, like you were mentioned before. It just kind of was too little too late, but we got to move on. And Richie's back up to plate with the Sagat going up against, it looks like it's going to be Andre JR winners finals. So it's gonna be Akuma versus Sagat.
Yeah, much love to everyone that is tuned in right now, enjoying the Motivational Academy for the EU side of things. Don't forget as well, we do have a Match Arena, !, Match Arena. You guys can still claim your codes and You can still. Oh, damn! I was like, whoa! I was like, okay, you can still claim your codes and still support the cause of these players because again, they are taking time out of their Saturday to come and entertain you guys. Probably one of them's got a receding hairline now. So I think you can pay for maybe a hair transplant or something. I heard some people need their hairline back intact. Hey, listen, man, I'm telling you, the first thing a lot of people go for is your hairline. And if you're playing a video game and your hairline's receding because of the video game, if we're not going to set up the appointment, the least we can do is give you maybe $5 towards setting up the appointment or the consultation. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. That's me.
I mean, listen. You first would be the gray hairs, then the hairline.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. 7 years ago, I think the game's coming for the hairline now. I really think so. I legit think so. I think it's just get the gray hair. Get the gray hair. Just go for the.
We're just going for the
headline. Yeah.
And for those who are just tuning in again, this is winners finals for EU Motivation Academy here for Street Fighter 6. My name is Floki. I'm here with Jammers. We're hanging out, enjoying our time here on a Saturday. Thank you so much. And Ozzy Booty with the $20 dono. Thank you so much. That's gonna go right towards the appointment.
See, you know what? All you have to do is be eloquent, and you need to sell it in a way that's relatable to the people. As soon as we started talking about hairlines, I was like, you know what? Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah, you know, it also could be like the coffee, because I'm a big coffee guy. So it's it could be like, it's like the early morning. You know, you wake up, you want the cup of coffee. It's like, okay, I gotta boot up ranked. So you're helping someone's cause. You know, they're getting their caffeine fix so they can take it out on the one place they can. I'm
gonna be honest with you. I don't know anyone that wakes up in the morning and says I have to boot up rank. I don't know anybody that says that. That's what's funny about it to me.
Someone's definitely gonna be doing to get prep for Capcom Cup, so you know we'll do.
Maybe. You know what? It's never been like, I think one thing we gloss over is it's never been a better time to be a fighting game player in terms of how you can prepare for an online tournament, an offline tournament. There's CFN, there's replay and takeovers. There, you can get an excessive amount of matches in a short amount of time. Just the consecutive matches, the conveyor belt of matches, we call it. It's never been a better time to do this stuff. So, like, gotta be super appreciative for what Capcom done. We've got a well thought out training mode as well. It's a bit daunting, but it's well thought out. But now we're seeing Akuma versus Sagat. Nice little boss character thing here.
Yeah, bringing it back old school with this one. Going to the grid. Oh.
Not sure what happened there. Okay, they got kicked out. Okay, cool. Damn. Judas just got nothing for. Damn. All right. Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Breaking the lobby and shit. Damn.
See, the thing is, Neo never did this in season 1.
What? He's just on smoke now. He's just going after Richie just entirely. What happened?
No, so in Street Fighter in season 1 for Motivation Academy, well, back then it was called Fighter Academy. Yeah. He never called out any of the Ken players for this. So I feel like.
Oh, so this is like a not a redemption, but this is like what are you repenting? What's the word? I can't remember.
This has been boiling over for years.
Oh, okay. He let it simmer for a little bit, and now he's like, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. It's like all these Sagat players are not going to hear the end of it from me. You thought it was mine? Nah, it's going to be able to be. Oh, you thought it was Ken? Nope.
Well,
guy with an eye patch.
You know what's funny? I need to find out an analogy for this, but I was talking to other people before about Mai being a dishwasher. Like, Mai is legit a dishwasher in this game. Because if you think about it, right? There are characters where, look, think about when you have to wash up plates, right? You can do it by hand, but if you have a dishwasher, it does the work for you, but you still have to control the buttons. That's what Mai is. You can throw EX Kaichosen, it does half the work for you, but you still have to kind of work around it a little bit. So I'm like, Mai's a dishwasher. I'm still trying to find something for Sagat. I'm not quite sure what I want to call him, but I need to think of something. But Mai is a dishwasher, I'm just saying.
I am definitely quoting that the next time I see a Mai on screen, and I'm quoting you, and I was like, I was today years old when I found out Mai was a dishwasher.
Real talk. And remember, bear in mind as well, dishwashers, as luxurious as they can be, if you do get one, you're never gonna stop using it.
True.
You're never gonna stop using it. And the thing is, look at all the people that have transferred over to mine. From the cats they played before, and they transferred over to mine, they've gotten better results. Like I said, you can hand wash your blades, but a better result is a dishwasher. And you save time.
I mean, example of this is Zerna, right? I mean, Zerna was playing Jury for so long and then went over to Mai, and then look what happened. Zerna's in Capcom Cup.
There you go. To me, it's like I get it. And remember, these guys want to win. And if Mai's only been normalized. The difference between normalized and nerfed. She's been normalized, but her core game plan is still very much intact. And it's like, okay, they found ways to the level 1 change where you don't get the stocks even if you block level 1. That is a pivotal change for me. They tried to add extra recovery on her normals. They've removed a potent aspect of a throw loop in the corner. They give the I do think they've done this with JP Capcom as well, but I do think that when there's a projectile or a tool that's too powerful, instead of changing the tool itself, they'll just say, if you parry it, we'll give you more drive gauge. Which that's fine, but it doesn't eliminate the problem.
Right.
Because again, when you parry JP's departures, you get drive gauge, fantastic, but you're probably still full screen, you're probably still struggling to get in.
Right.
The problem's not gone. With Mai, when she charges the fan, you parry it, fantastic, but not everyone's successfully perfect parrying that and countering the onslaught or the oncoming Mai. And then also as well, if you get the next part wrong and she jumps in, she's taking more drag gears and you parried back. So it's like the problem. You see what I mean? The problem's still there. So.
Yeah, it's like a band-aid at that point. You know, it's not like full on like gauze or like a boot, right? It's you just put like a small little band-aid on it. And it's like, oh, we'll just like there it is. But you know, I think we're just in an interesting spot. Obviously, we're about to see Alex in a few weeks. I'm super excited for that character. Are you gonna be playing Alex, Jammers? No,
I've never been an Alex dude. I'll play him for a little bit, but he's not a character. I just don't want to fight too many of them because of PTSD from Problem X in Street Fighter 5. But I know he's fiending. He's been tweeting about it and everything.
I've been excited. I hate to break it to you, but when I did play Street Fighter 5, I played Alex. I'm sorry.
I'm sure you'll feel right. I don't know what that stance is, where he's got like 12 billion moves out of it or something like it. It just looks weird, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is gonna be so long to do it. And then obviously the trend that they done drive rush heavy kick. The guy tried to check the drive rush and he lost. And I said, okay, so we already know what the problem's gonna be, and it's like, okay, this is just gonna be long. And then for all of a sudden, everyone was an Alex player from Third Strike back in the day, and they all come out now, and it's like, oh my god, this is gonna be so annoying. It's like, okay.
Listen, I'm glad they put Larry in the stance, right? So that way, like now,
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah. I think they put it in the stance, so that way, like you don't have to just deal with drive rush lariat. Because personally, I wouldn't wanted to do that to these players, but unfortunately, it's not going to be me. It's going to be Andre J going up against Richie in our winners finals.
All right, let's see if we run into the same problem again. It looks like we have. Because I see the globe and the loading icon there. We did try to sort out the technical issue, but it looks like we ran into it again, unfortunately. Nope.
Oh,
hold on. We got it. Hey,
there we go.
All right, not too bad. All right. So, I've seen this matchup a little bit. I don't think Demon Raid will particularly sway or dissuade Richie too much. Because the thing is, if both these guys hit you, these guys are behemoths in their own right, so they got a colossal damage output. That's Street Fighter 6 in a nutshell. There you go. Big damage coming through.
Yep. So it's gonna be up to Andre to really make this happen. Also, we were talking about Sagat's damage a little bit earlier with things like Tiger Vanquisher as an ender. Obviously you have Tiger Nexus and things like that. So Andre's gonna have to take all of his damage and take it quick, because one touch from this Sagat champion, it's gonna be a long day for them. But the ODDP is gonna set up a round win for them. So Andre showing signs of life.
They already nearly got 2 bars of super, and that was only 1 round. Good lord, in this game. It needs to. I think it needs to be turned out, to be honest with you. That's me personally.
Picking out down here, heavy Tatsu. Okay.
Oh, okay, and he's gonna get the side switch here with the pendulum. I like that. He's gonna put himself in a nice, healthy position here as well. And oh no, he set everything up correctly, but I think he pressed the button too early there, Flocky.
Yeah, a little too early indeed, jammers, and it's gonna set up Andre. Oh no! Oh, yeah.
Bro, this is lasagna. What is going on?
Why is there garlic bread on the floor, jammers? Like, what's going on, bro?
I don't know. Either way, Andre won that. That was crazy because he missed his combo to Shoryuken, then Richie missed the punish, and then it just like we just dropped the plate. The plate didn't break, but the food was all over the floor.
We might have to put it in the dishwasher now.
You know.
All right. Andre's gonna make Richie pay the tax to try to jump out of the quarter currency of that uppercut and get set up the admin flames.
Wait, yo, did you
Okay.
see that? He got
Yeah.
the buffer of the stand meeting kick after doing a forward meeting kick on block. Interesting. He went for a buffer there. I can't remember if that's -5 or -4 on block, but either way, he's ready with the buffer. So.
Beautiful, perfect parry. Couldn't get the uppercut, so you're just gonna get the sweep knocked down there. And Richie's gonna take full advantage of this, going to the Tiger Nexus into the Nova, into the uppercut. Gonna keep Andre in the court, but Andre is getting out of dodge.
Blocks. He blocks, and that's going to be huge here. Can he burn him out? I think he's going to go into level 2. No. Okay. You know what? I like this scenario, actually. Yeah, because it's a choice whether he wants to wake up with anything on the drive system, or does he actually want to burn himself out by his own volition. Andre dropped the combo again, but still managed to get the round. I don't know if this is a trend. He's dropped the combo twice, but still able to pick up the round from the floor. But it's fine. It's fine.
Andre's hungry. He's like, oh, garlic bread on the floor? Bet. I'm gonna eat that and clean it up. No worries.
What, 3-second rule? Is that what it is? 3-second rule after the 3-second combo drop?
Yeah. Akuma players like their 3-second rule. I don't know what to tell you.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That.
Counter hit. Okay, interesting. Not afraid of a wake-up option there from Richie is Andre. Yeah, he's just going to completely run all over him. Backdash here, just give Richie a little bit of space, and I like that. What? What? Oh, no, what was that?
No. We got a nerf Sagat now. What was that? Capcom.
Yeah.
Where you at?
Why did that work? That's crazy.
Yo, someone send this. Someone send that clip to Capcom, please. We need an explanation.
I might do it when I go to Capcom Cup.
It's like, hey, can you explain this?
Yeah. I'll literally talk to the producer. I'm like, yo, what is this?
He's like, you got some explaining to do right now.
I never told them. I never forget the one time. So in season 2, when Zangief was super strong, I asked them at Evo, I said, so what characters do you see the most? And they both said Zangief, and I said, well, you know what to do. And they both laughed.
Oh, but Andre knows what to do right now is not drop this combo into the Sip of Calamity. Drinks up, pinkies up. Andre 3-0 into grand finals with authority.
Damn, and he was ready and waiting. Again, the spacing on point, the optimizations there as well. And you will get rewarded with a dominating 3-0. I know he dropped a couple of combos here and there, but he was able to pick up the most important thing, and that was the round into the matches themselves. So well played there. So he will be sitting pretty in the grand finals there. Will he await his opponent either between Dims, Higutaro, or Richie? So looking strong. Here's Andre.
Absolutely. This is my favorite part of any bracket, right? The loser semis match is where things get interesting because now, you know, shouts to Yipes, we get into the hot seat, right? You know, it's a matter of king of the hill at this point. Who can get to the top at the end of this? Interesting spread of characters we got this time around. We got JP, Jury, and Sagat. So it's going to be interesting to see which one of those characters, which one of those players are going to be meeting Andre in the grand finals. Guys, still some time to hit that Matcherino. Exclamation point Matcherino in the chat is going to bring you right to the website. And you're already on your Twitch. There's some codes left on the board. So make sure you use all those codes up. And if you guys want to directly contribute as well, all of that goes to the players. We don't get a dime of it. You know, we're here for your entertainment. The TOs, Neo Judai, he's here just to give you guys a show. So it really makes a big difference for all these players at the end of the day to really make it happen. I mean, obviously, we even have that for you.
Look, I can see it. That's Neo Judai's distant relative sitting in the VIP room on the yacht that he's not telling you that this $23 is going towards. But I tell you what, I've already sold you. I've seen some of the American ads are a bit crazy when they're selling you some products. We already sold you on some hairlines. How about we sell you on Match Arena as a platform? It's a great platform to donate money to give to these players. These players are putting on a show. They're making sure that you get fed with knowledge. So how about you put food in their stomachs? Maybe their favorite Uber Eats. Inflation is hot. These guys have to put their burritos on Klarnas. That's right. I said it. I've seen people put burritos on Klarnas. It's crazy. Make sure they get it for free. They don't have to pay it over 3 months. Let these guys eat. God damn it.
No, we don't need to affirm burrito payments. We don't need to do it. No more zip payments for your burritos at night. We don't need to do it again.
Dude, when I saw that clip online of someone saying people are financing burritos, I said, we are done as a society. We're done.
Oh, man. But what's not done is this tournament just yet. Dims, Pingu Taro, loser semifinals action.
So this used to be, I used to hear, like, this was an unfavorable matchup for JP. I don't know how it's really fleshed out, unfold over time. There's the employment button again. I keep telling you people, press it, and you will always stay in work. Do not worry about not getting fed for the night. Stand heavy punch, we'll sort something out for you. But yeah, I remember the drive rush was a little bit annoying for JP. The dive kick maybe. I think cross-up jump light kick it was at one point. But again, I'm not sure how things have unfolded since I was hearing these complaints from JP players, as if they were complaining about anything.
So Jury in this matchup in particular, I've seen this matchup play a lot at home as well. The cool thing is that, shout outs to my JP player at home, my man does not like this matchup at all. Just the movement and drive rush. And just kind of like how Jury can manipulate space. Obviously, Pingu Taro has a read on it and taking full advantage of it and getting around on the board. But it's going to be interesting to see how Pingu Taro kind of deals with it and kind of see how the rotating options that, you know, Jury can have in this matchup unfolds.
Yeah, I know, like, there we go. He's going to do Lavushka anyway. He doesn't need to do the DI combo, so he's going to set up a different combo route here instead. Goes for a reset, you sneaky guy, but the situation warranted it. So now you can just chip away. And there we go. It should be the round. And that will be game one to Pingu Taro. Yeah, this is the thing that Rob TV said a long time ago. It's when you're facing a bad matchup, you tend to practice those. You don't really practice your good matchups because you can just play by eye, play by feeling how good they are. But I imagine that Pingu Taro has practiced his matchup a fair bit or encountered it numerous times in the European region to understand. Despite Drew being able to monopolize space, he knows where she's monopolizing it. That's one of the key things. Exactly. He's able to counter accordingly, right? So.
Yeah. Perfect. Well said. Oh, was too much plus. Couldn't get the throw there, but that's A-okay. Tries to go for the employment button. Listen, that button can also get you 6 figures. Could also make you $1 million. You don't know. Just hit the button. I mean, find out.
Well, we got $2 million worth of characters on the screen right now. Insane.
Oh man. Punch on the sweep. Couldn't get more off it, unfortunately.
Drive rush. And then there you go. Good block on the jumping heavy punch. One of the better jumping attacks in the game. Gonna make Dims go full screen again, but Dims still has access to drive rush. And there it is. And Pingu Taro snuffed it out there, Flocky.
Yeah, he has. Pingu Taro gonna go into the Lavushka once again. The level 2. Gonna get the air juggle off this. Not gonna be enough to kill. Can't thread the needle into the departure.
Oh, he might have lost. If Dims gets this right, and Pingu Taro's asleep at the wheel and doesn't get the amnesia, he might have lost here, Flocky.
Oh, he has, and he will get the stun jammers. And just like that, you know, Dims looks like took a little bit of time, had to download some more. Looks like maybe some Google Drives, maybe had to hit up the Metafy on how to deal with JP on this.
Oh, mate, he said his Google Drive was transferring from one system to another. There you go, drive rush into the grab. Build some momentum off this as well.
Had to change it from Dropbox to Google Drive. Takes a while.
I mean, hey, Google Drive's come more reliable over the years, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, all my homies love Google Drive.
Okay, back front. Wow.
Okay.
You did that? Okay.
Okay, beautiful weight and bait with the crouching medium punch. Not going to burn the bar just yet. We're going to save it for the rainy day or the next round, rather. And we're going to try to believe in ourselves. The teleport.
Okay, forward throw. You know what? I respect that. So it's interesting because normally against gyms today, opponents have pressed their button after he's done a little sequence to kind of store up. But Pinkutaro saw that if he gets this walk-up throw, even if he doesn't kill, he's in an advantageous position. But he did get punished counter throw. So that was really good there. He's going to activate the Bushka here as well. So this time, he might actually go for the DI sequence here, Fluff.
Yeah, it's going to have to. There it is. You called it. Gonna set it up the shop once again. The departure will be there. Gonna get a little bit more damage.
So jump, yeah, he's just gonna wait for it and then gonna do the Strybog swipe. Oh, almost. Just slightly further away. Oh no! Oh no! No, no, no. Is he gonna do level 2? No.
No.
Okay, he's gonna save it.
We're being conservative with our meter. We're gonna wait. We're gonna dash up Lavushka once again. Gonna see what the option goes for. It's gonna be the crouching light kick to thread the needle. Gonna set up a situation that Pinkutaro is up 2-0 Gemmers.
He's been doing a lot of raw activations with Super Art 2 today, Pinkutaro. And again, there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's just interesting how he's not afraid to do it, especially in situations where it looks like it's escapable, at least for a split second for the opponent, but they don't escape. So.
Yeah, I think just having that fearlessness, you know, especially in a matchup that might not be as advantageous, you know, really makes a difference. And, you know, that's why Pinkutaro is up 2-0 right now. Beautiful air throw by Dims, showing signs of life. Still has the drive gauge and health lead to work with.
That medium punch, one of the better pokes in Street Fighter 6, according to Phenom. Good vertex. Look again.
Again, beautiful air throw. I love the stop with drive rush to the ghost. But that stand medium kick, Dims has been pressing that button to fruition today.
Perfect parry. And sometimes I do think you have to be a bit weird to perfect parry a low from a drive rush in neutral. Like, why were you looking for that specifically? Oh, that parry. What? No, yeah, good. I'm so glad that didn't combo. I would have muted myself. I would have raged, and then I would have come back. I'm so glad that didn't combo.
Lavushka once again gonna clip low. Doesn't have to do the drive impact combo, but we're just gonna take the damage. We're gonna set up an Oki scenario. No, we dropped the end of it. It's gonna be the impact. Gonna set up OD departure. No, regular run to kick things off.
Can he kill without? Yeah, it looks like he can. But he's not going to. Okay, because he's confident that he was going to get the instant air jump light kick. Even if he took a DP, he had the vitality to endure it.
I just think, again, you were talking about before, Pinkutaro has really done their homework on this matchup and really showing the confidence level. Like, even going for not the guaranteed level 1 to get it done, but just, you know, the instant air. Oh, doesn't whiff punish that. Unfortunate.
Oh, Amnesia flopped this time round, and he didn't cancel into anything. Goes to level 3. I'm seeing drop opportunity upon drop opportunity, and your reward is you will get drive impacted, and then he probably will get stunned as well because he's going to be close enough to the corner. So unless Dims finds a way out, he's stunned.
Oh, man, he won't find a way out, and Pinkutaro has the whole world in his hands. Full confirm here, not going to be able to kill, so we're going to set up the departure for the last one. Air throw, going to get Dims out, and it's going to be a full confirm into the Tensorin.
Okay. We got to give him that. He stayed confident. He was prepared for even a forward jump, some sort of aerial approach. That you have to be confident and patient with that air throw attempt he did to get the side swap. So the fact that he was able to kind of still believe, turn it around, keep that mental composure. That's why we're in a 4th game here, Flocky.
We are jammers, and right now back at the Tiger Shrine, using that employment button. That's stand fierce. Even you can have a 401k that has multiple figures in it.
Telling you, man. Count those JP stocks, they're going up.
Okay.
Oh, what was that? I have no idea what that was, but he's still in the corner.
Didn't believe in it, but that's okay. Pinkutaro's chill, trying to work their way out. Beautiful use of stand medium kick to snipe the startup of Stand Fierce. Oh,
yeah, it looks like it worked. If he had level 3, he could have cancelled it, but he will get burnt out for his troubles here as well. So the options on defense are extremely limited here for Dims. We could be looking at another stun here, Flocky. No, he doesn't want to get stunned this time. Yeah, do you know what? He said, I don't want to get stunned this time. And you're looking at some of the best set play in Street Fighter 6, and sometimes you just have to eat it.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta lick your wounds, get to the next round, and really trying to readapt. And right now, Pingutaro on set point once again. And again, these counter hit confirms have been coming out in spades. Beautiful crouching fierce punish counter edition into the level 3. That was like her crouching fierce from Cross Tekken, man. That brought me back.
That was crazy with the jump cancel, jump heavy punch on the ground bounce. Oh, he remembers. Flocky remembers.
Dude, that was the joint, man. That was the game. Bring it back, please, Capcom. Oh. Gonna do the full screen strut with the drive rush. I really like that, and also the delay button out of that was great as well. Pingutaro with a pixel in the dream. Oh, that was it.
The drive reversal. He's still got one more drive reversal, but he amnesias, and he's gonna be safe. He's gonna be safe. Wow! I don't know what he panicked. I reckon he actually could have been able to chip or do something or use that super to try and chip him out and get 3-1, but I think he panicked after the dive kick. Oh, mate.
Oh, Jammers, listen, loser semis. This is why we go to Motivation Academy for our EU fix on a Saturday morning.
Listen, I tell you what, man. Over here in Europe with Alice in Wonderland, you get talking doorknobs, keys that don't make sense, and you get a Queen of Hearts to say off with his head, and it's not even the card that you need. There you go. Here comes Feng Shui.
Engine is revved, trying to find an answer, trying to find the door that's open. Beautiful anti-air once again. Gonna catch the perfect pair with the crouch jab. Gonna take a full confirm here. Maybe set up. No, we drop. Oh, but it's gonna be a crouching medium punch. Threading the needle for the confirm here. Dims setting up a game 5, Jammers.
I gotta say, like, I've seen some scrambles in my time, but that last game is probably one of the most scrambliest things I've seen or interactions I've seen in Street Fighter 6, but it allowed us to see an extra game, Flocky. I'm cool with that.
I'm definitely okay with that. I know everybody in chat's excited. Can we hit the script real quick? Game 5, final game, final round, all the time. Let me see it.
Throw again. He's low on drive gauge, Dims here. I noticed that when he's low on drive gauge, that's when he tries to use parry to get his bar back, even if it's not a perfect parry. So.
Gonna snipe the jump back with the departure. Beautifully air to air. Gonna see what Dims was gonna be doing. Pingutaro gonna go to Lavushka once again. Go back to the well. Beautiful wait and bait with the drive reversal, and just like that, Pingutaro set point once again. We've been here before. Again, they close the door.
Yeah, he was not happy with the way that last game ended. Probably felt robbed a little bit. So he's trying to make amends here. Gets first round in the final game on the board here. No cross-cut DP from your boy Dims. He's going to have to find another way to get... Yeah, you see that? Every time that he's low on drive gauge, he does that and he taps the parry.
Beautiful stuff here. Full confirm, post drive rush. Set up shop with the departure, really put Dims in a situation that got to make a choice forward throw, bring us back to the neutral, Jammers.
Yeah, he's clocked. Yeah, all right, he's paid attention to where he's just doing tap parry to get his bar back or something. Because he's done that numerous times now. It's been unsuccessful, at least in terms of getting a perfect parry. But he has, yes, he clocked it. Yes, and that is the best answer to avoid the EX Phantoms into Lavushka. You get your bar back, you lose your super. But he's in a very strong position here.
Oh man, making Pingutaro set. There's the stand fierce. There's the button that does everything for you, but we parried out. Drive reversal once again. Dims trying to find their way in, trying to find an answer fast. Slowly bringing Pingutaro to the corner. They have to amnesia if they want to block this stun. It's going to be a jump in anyway, Jammers. Final game, final round.
That was crazy. He spent the bar, but he wasn't burnt out, so that's what worked out for Dims. And we're looking at... Oh, there you go. Couldn't get the medium kick to get the conversion there. He's going to get swept.
Give me the backdash, forward dash into stand fierce. Beautiful check with the far medium punch.
Oh my word, that worked out for Pingutaro. Oh, I thought he was going to throw him again. Dims is still looking not to get burnt out there. But Lavushka's not available just yet. Watch out for the jump. Okay, they both jumped.
Oh,
Oh, he's going to build the bar. He's going to build the bar for level 2. But he might be able to get a very interesting sequence. It depends on what he wants to do here, Flocky. There it is.
Oh,
yeah, there it is.
Yes, it will be. Gonna catch the counter hit. Even with the juggles, is gonna be a simple confirm here. A highly contested game 5, but Pingutaro is the one that comes out of it left standing and walking away from it. Dims has to bow out at 4th, but what a performance, top to bottom. Nothing to scoff at.
No, that's been really good. And ever since he lost to Andre in the winner's semi-final 3-0, he beat Narkim 3-0. Now he's beaten Dims 3-2. Very nail-biting set between these two. And now he's got to go up against Richie's Sagat here. So he is on a little bit of a momentous run here, is Pingutaro. So really looking forward to seeing how he gets around that. He's had a pretty good day overall.
Yeah.
Pingutaro, yeah.
Definitely can say that. Again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Again, still some time left to hit that match arena. We're at 24.50 right now. Can we get 25? I would love to, a clean $25. Exclamation point match arena in the chats can bring you right to the site. I'm even gonna type it in for you guys, so this way y'all can contribute to the burrito fund, the great burrito fund of 2026. You know, you can help your fellow players have a nice little burrito bowl. Have them have the options: black or pinto beans. What kind of meat? Do you want veggies or queso?
Damn.
Do you want some guac? What kind of salsa do you want? All you can do to help.
Veggies or queso? All right.
Veggies or queso, man. Do you want both? I'm a both kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'm a both kind of guy. All you have to do is hit that matcherino and help these players fulfill their dreams for the burrito.
Crazy. Make sure you buy Flocky's audiobook on Amazon right now, where he'll read out any CTA that you ask for and tell you the timeline of how burritos got to the history of burritos and how they got to where they are today.
Man, I might have to call up Sajam to get confirmation on the homework.
Maybe. I don't. Does he still do Chipotle?
I have no idea. I mean, shout out to Sajam wherever he is. You know, holding it down. But Richie going up against Pingutaro. Losers finals. Richie's had some time to see the matches, see if he can make some adaptations against this JP.
Yeah, I'm not. The first time I was very curious about this matchup was when we did Street Fighter League EU late last year, and I saw Problem X go up against UCGO. And I was just very curious about how Sagat would traverse neutral, because he's got long-reaching attacks. So is he going to do drive, rush, low step kick, drive, rush, high step kick? I don't think he can really use Tiger Knee here, but as long as he stays in a very uncomfortable range for JP, he's got the damage output. Yeah, and he can do things that will just annoy the hell out of JP, so I guess it's not too bad for him.
Oh, beautiful stuff here by Pingutaro, bringing Richie back to full screen. I mean, you still have things like OD Tiger Shot into Tiger Cannon, but, you know, things like the Trigger Lob, the Stalagmites, as well as the Departures can make it a little bit tricky for Sagat to get in. Pingutaro round 1 on the board.
But then I think this is where, one thing I noticed about Sagat, which is really interesting, lovely conversion, is Sagat doesn't have to perfect parry into drive rush a couple of things because of step kick, how far it goes. Another anti-air back heavy punch there from Richie. And he's going to close out the round because there's barely any scaling on these overheads when you hit them. But he don't care because the man with the eye patch is going to close out the round. Perfect.
No notes indeed. Crouching Fierce into Tiger Nexus to keep them standing. Richie slowly working their way in. Beautiful use of stand me kick target combo. Get the knockdown on Pingutaro.
Okay, try to catch him off guard there. I think he wanted that stand light kick driver cancel to connect, but he's going to have to deal with the activation from the jump in. There it is. And he got hit anyway.
Plus frames into the sneaky impact. You know, didn't have a plan for it, but now we're going to set up a situation where we get the knockdown and we get set up another departure. OD this time.
Blocks. Fantastic blocks there. And he might be able to close out the round here because he has got the Vanquisher on deck. He's going to cancel into it. We're going to see this man fall to the ground and lose that beard of his. The Tiger Vanquisher And we'll make it 2-0 for Richie here in this losers final.
I can imagine the beard like splits in two ends.
Probably, yeah. I mean, you can break his chin, but you can't break that, you know, that fine line with the beard. He maintains it really well. I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
Me too.
Oh, okay. That was poorly spaced, but it said counter hit, so he's all right. Yeah, that works out. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad there for Sagat. Oh.
Jump tries to jump out once again. The second time we're seeing that Richie trying to find an answer and get out of this corner situation, courtesy of Pingutaro.
Boy, there you go. Looking strong is Pingutaro for this next round of the back leading punch.
Yeah, I just think we're seeing Pingutaro really catch Richie trying to jump out of these like awkward like corner scenarios that Pingutaro is putting him in, and you know Richie's paying with his life at that point.
And you know what? It's interesting because sometimes you want to pay with just the drive gauge alone. Other times you're going to pay with your life bar. You don't mind sacrificing it. But at the end of the day, if it says KO, I won, right? So.
Yeah.
Okay. Speed applied.
Oh. Anyone want to keep a counter? How many times Richie hits Sagat's damn medium punch? Let me know.
I'm so annoyed that we couldn't find the stat that does the buttons. I'm so annoyed. You could find it in Street Fighter 5. You got off the hook with this one.
I mean, we just have to watch the VOD and manually count it, but we can count how many times Pingutaro's activated Lavushka today and gotten a confirm out of it, and it's been quite a bit.
There you go, burnout. The only thing he really has to work with here is Savage Tiger, the Super Art 2, because I don't think Tiger Cannon's going to help him here. Ooh. And as I say that, commentator's curse or commentator's blessing, he knew what Tiger Cannon does. Oh. Wow, it saved him. It saved him, of course. When in doubt, crouch, medium punch, drive, rush, cancel. I promise you, it saves him. Brilliant.
From the makers of Ken Crouching Medium Kick Drive Rush comes Crouching Medium Punch Drive Rush from Sagat.
Oh, that conversion there from Pingutaro. Oh, do you know what? If he committed to a step kick, I think he would have got the counter hit. I think he did. Okay. Oh. I think he should spend. He has to spend here. Yeah, and he can get the jump. If he jumps forward and does the swipe, I think he's good. There you go.
Yeah. Pingutaro evening it up right now between these two. Again, losers finals. Winner of this heads to see Andre J in the grand finals. Loser of this has to go back on the MR grind. Goes back to the lobby, and hopefully you don't lose your legend rank.
I mean, that's down to fate, my friend. Most of these guys, especially in the age groups, are actually playing online, so that's up to them.
It's a spooky time.
We don't dictate the MR market. They do.
Supply and demand at that point, right?
You know. All right, there you go. No confirm off the stand heavy punch though. Very easy confirm to do so, but we've still got Pingutaro locked down in the corner. How are we gonna end this combo?
Girl. Nice stuff, Richie. Gets up shot. Beautiful punch counter, crouch jab. Okay. Now we're seeing the ODDPs come out, and a beautiful whiff on the crouching medium kick, getting impacted for his troubles. Pingutaro answering that.
I feel like he pilfered that round from Richie, but again, if you get hit by a punish kind of drive impact, that's not like a guaranteed punish sort of thing, then that might be on you. You've got to be very careful with your button selection in the neutral or even trying to apply pressure in general. We've seen a lot of codes being redeemed on Match Arena. Shout out to everyone that is donating towards the Match Arena in some way, shape, or form. I think there's still a couple of codes to claim. So, whoops, Daisy. There we go.
Oh man, they saw the Match Arena codes. It's like, oh wait, I can uppercut now. Nice. Oh wait, no, I can't. Now I have to deal with a little Lavushka, courtesy of Pingutaro. Gonna go for the forward throw. Gonna get a juggle off this into the trigger off, into the stalagmite. Also, shout out to you, Angel, hanging out in the chat. I hope you're having a good day, my friend. I hope you get ready for Capcom Cup well, and I hope your trip to Japan is safe.
Yeah, I think a lot of people got big expectations of you, Angel, in his group at Capcom Cup. So we'll see how he does. And there you go. Pingutaro going to close out that next game here. And he is going to take pole position with that 2-1 lead. Can he close this out with a 3-1? Or has Richie got other plans?
Gonna take the knockdown. Oh man, the classic. Shouts to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Fight for the future. A Jazzy heading to us courtesy of Alex in just a few short weeks.
Yeah, Street Fighter 3 still, I think it still has some of the best music in the franchise of all time.
Oh, free. Like no, I think that Street Fighter 4, I would say, has some of the best in the business.
I think Street Fighter 5's got some of the best stage music. I
Yes.
would give Street Fighter 5 that.
I think it was the Brazil stage. I think that was like one of the best ones.
Brazil, Kanzuki Beach,
Yes.
Christmas stage, Halloween, DI. There you go. He's holding parry. He's holding parry. He can get another throw in there, Pingu. No needed, but there you go. Oh, he could have saved that. I think he wanted Richie to block that, but either way, it worked out. I'm sure if the stars align, he might be able to build another Lavushka in this round, but we'll find out.
Yeah. Pingutaro sitting on set point. Richie trying to find an answer, trying to wake their way in. And again, it's just coming down to where Pingutaro's liking to sit in neutral, right? And really showing like where they want to sit these departures and these trigger offs, and really using JP's toolkit to fruition.
Of course.
And also you're hitting the employment button that's gonna get cut by the Savage Tiger.
Goes for the hard knockdown here instead. That's actually a really good situation. I want to see more Sagat players use if need be, but the amnesia into the level 1 to make it safe. There is a way to counter that. I just can't remember what Sagat does. So it might have been safe in that situation, but another anti-air. Richie has been on point all day with those back heavy punch anti-airs. Ever since they've done that change with the active frame, it's been significant to his anti-air game.
Into the overhead. Okay, Richie. Signs of life, right? And now we're heading into final round. Pingutaro really close to that level 2 in just a little bit. Richie has a little bit of meter to work with just as well.
Oh, he got the heavy punch before Richie could even get attack out in the first place. There's a forward. Gonna build some drive gauge back here as well.
I'm just loving these dash backs from Pingutaro. Getting the Tiger Shot cut through from the departure. What timing from Pingutaro, recognizing that those departures were going to pop at the perfect moment.
Oh, he didn't block it. That's huge. That's huge. He might have to go for the whole thing. And he dropped it. Richie. Richie, they said you're carried, and you said I'm not carried. I dropped my combos instead. This is going to be heavily scaled, though. But it's chip. The chip is inevitable. Unless you throw out Tiger Cannon, I doubt it's going to work.
Oh, nope. Unfortunate for Richie. Pingutaro gonna step on over Richie's body in that situation. They be moving on into grand finals. Good stuff to Richie today. Top 3, nothing to scoff at. You know, hopefully one day, you know, you're not carried.
Damn, I think he, maybe he, you know, jokingly dropped the ball and said, you know what? I'm not carried. I might be carried to a bronze medal, but
I like that.
I got some skills. But no, unlucky to Richie. Well played today because he actually had a pretty good run. Only losing to Andre and Pingutaro, Akuma, and JP. Not too bad, because those are some tricky characters for a lot of characters in the roster to deal with. But we are going to get a run back from the first match of the winners semi-final in the top 8 start of the hour. If you are just joining us, we are at our final set. We just played off our penultimate set, but we have been going throughout the top 8 or just throughout the day in general here at Motivational Academy here. Shout out to Neo Judah. I don't think he gets enough praise for what he does just in general. Running online tournaments, it's not as easy as you think, especially when you're sacrificing your Saturday or your Sunday or whatever day of the week it may be. And the players as well. Shout out to everyone that has been showing up. Now we are down to our final 2 players here for the bragging rights of Motivational Academy number 17, as well as which character I'll be complaining about some more. Now, I've been saying people are not complaining about Akuma enough. I think JP is the best in the game. I don't think people have been complaining about Akuma enough. Because if you look at his track record in terms of balance changes, he hasn't really changed. You've nerfed his fireball game, but you haven't really changed him at large. He can still do a lot of the stuff he was doing before, and I think
Right.
people are overlooking that.
I totally agree with that. It's gonna be interesting though. Obviously, you know, had some time to think about the set itself, Pinguitaro. But here we go. Grand finals. Andre needs to win 1 set of 3 out of 5. Pinguitaro only needs to win 2. So gotta have to do a little bit more of a climb to get there. That's a great way to start with that stand fierce.
Well, let's look back at what happened before, right? What transpired before. The aerial threat was the most pivotal and prevalent way that Andre was winning a lot of interactions, which rewarded him with the rounds. So we're going to see how Pinguitaro is going to prioritize. Is he going to kind of stay fixated on that plan, or is he going to respect it, allow it to go, and then try and challenge elsewhere? That's the big key question in this rundown.
Air level 1's not going to do enough. Try to go for the instant overhead, but it's going to be the trade scenario playing out for Andre, courtesy of that crouching medium punch. And yeah, like even in that round, which was interesting, is that we're not seeing how, you know, Andre, you know, we're seeing the demon raids here and there, but that round was pretty grounded, I would say. You know, changing up the approach, maybe just, you know, keep Pinguitaro on his toes.
Wow. Okay. We're feeling like that today. We're feeling saucy in the grand final winner side, which can do light DP for no reason. Gotcha.
I mean, listen, you can run gambles. You have a lot of time to run some risks. I mean, you got 2 sets to play with, Jammers.
Very true. A lot of people are risk averse these days in life, but not Andre. He said, "Nah, listen, sod it, we ball." That's what it is.
Stop.
I mean, am I wrong? Not really. No.
Oh,
Boy, hold on. This is good. This is actually not bad for Andre because he's about to get his whole gauge back as well here, Fluffy.
yeah, he will. Gotta get the OD fireball to cut through the departure just in time. Double drive rush. Couldn't get anything out of it. Unfortunately, stand, medium kick, drive rush. The Triton True for JP, just along with that crouching medium punch as well. And a beautiful shimmy to boot. Pinguitaro gonna even out the round count right now between these two. Again, grand finals, a lot of time and a lot of Street Fighter left to be played.
Well, opens up the round with low 4 drive rush, pops him in the corner with that heavy Tatsu here. But again, if he wants to get frisky, just pile on the demon, flip pressure. Amnesia.
Wrap that up. Full confirm here by Pinguitaro. And that's kind of the thing, right? You know, we're seeing these departures now starting to come out, you know, really disincentivize Andre for going for the Demon Raid in close quarters. So it's going to be interesting to see if Pinguitaro can keep that up. There's going to be the departure to thread the needle for them. Absolutely. Level 1, not even needed. My man is saving money and waiting to invest in the next round. Pinguitaro 1-0.
I think he was going for the level 3 route because after the swipe, you cancel into the level 3. But I think the swipe, because the swipe got the kill, he didn't need it. So that's actually good optimizational awareness there from Pinguitaro. But yeah, 1-up. 5 more games to go here because remember, winner's side, Andre has to win 3 games. Pinguitaro has to win a total of 6 games. And he's got 5 more wins to gain. Dive kick. There you go. You can't get comfortable. As the match goes on, as the momentum and like the tension rises, you can't rest on your laurels in terms of using crouch heavy punch as a anti-air. Not in this matchup.
The fact that they Pinguitaro amnesia'd and Andre parried and just looked at each other out menacingly. It's like, you do something. No, you do something. My man Pinguitaro with the sniper rifle with that jump medium kick today. Across the board, you know, the fact that you could get a juggle point out of it if you're close to the ground on it, but even then just getting the knockdown has just been coming up in space for Pinguitaro.
Hey man, that's super important, especially that's one of the better air normals in the game, I think, or air to air. Nice conversion there from Pinguitaro. Oh, sorry, from Andre.
There's the demon raids you were looking for before, and there's the high blade on top of it. There's the amnesia.
Right, he's not going to spend, but this next sequence, if he guesses right, then he's lost. Yeah, he's lost. There you go. And there you go, going to close it out there and make it a 2-0 lead in the potential run here in Grand Finals for Pinguitaro. Now, I think for Andre, he has to pay attention to where amnesia is happening. We said earlier in the day that when you go up against JP, you're naturally scared to throw, but I think he's not paying attention to where Pinguitaro is using amnesia. It's predominantly been in the corner. That's where you ideally want to use it. But Sometimes you might have to let some pressure go to just bait an amnesia.
Oh, beautiful jump in. That's going to set something up for Andre, but Andre's going to keep Pingutaro standing.
Oh, wrong version. Oh, I think that was an execution error. I don't think he wanted that at all, maybe there, Pingutaro, but he can work around this. Air to air again.
Okay, gets the pair up, throw off the parry in time. And again, these jump medium kicks have been playing off for Pingutaro. Like you're saying, one of the best air-to-air buttons in the game. And Pingutaro's going to take it all the way to the bank and set up a potential reset for us.
Dude, what a turnaround that we're looking at right now. But remember, this is an area where Andre can just use it to download and see how Pingutaro has made the necessary adjustments to their last encounter earlier in the stream. There we go.
Beautiful stuff. Combo, knockdown.
DI?
Oh,
okay. I'm not sure what the DI attempt there from Andre was for, but he's gonna get a conversion. Here is Pingutaro. That might be the round. I think that's the round there, Flocky.
Oh, it definitely is. Level 1. Set up the reset for yourself. We're going back to 0-0. And Pingutaro now only needs 3 games. We thought it was going to be a dire task for them to go 6. But now we only need 3, Jammers.
That was a swift 3-0. Now, if the roles were reversed, if Pingutaro was in the winner's side and had to do that, then we'd be done and dusted right now. But no, hopefully he's got extra mental stamina here to kind of close it out. Because again, the mental endurance you need for these tournaments, regardless whether it's online, offline, CPT, non-CBT, like you need an incredible amount of mental endurance to keep on this and stay sharp. So hopefully he hasn't revealed his entire hand here to Andre Pingutaro, but hey, maybe Andre, now the shoe's on the other foot, Andre has to adapt to him now.
Exactly. So here we go. Back in the training stage. Okay, so we're already seeing an attempt, potentially a jump medium kick to hit the Demon Raid now. So interesting stuff. And I kind of like where Pingutaro is sitting, right? Waiting for Andre to commit to the Demon Raid itself and seeing where they're going to land so they can readjust.
Well, speaking of readjustment, lovely throw, timed throw there on the drive rush attempt from Pingutaro. Going to put him in the corner here as well.
Andre has the corner control, loses it, but that's A-okay. It's going to get the perfect parry into the impact. We're going to take a full confirmation. Oh, we're going to take a fancy side switch off the Adamant Flame. That's cute.
It's not a new one, but people have been doing it a fair bit. You just don't see it too often because I don't think you really see Akuma drive impact from the corner, unless you're trying to get rid of him. But
fair enough. All right, Pingutaro. Have the departure up. Gonna swing that beautiful, luxurious button.
yes,
That can get him a yacht.
yes, that is one of the most lavish tools in the game. You're right there.
Every time I see Stand Fierce, it's the thwack. And right now, again, we're seeing the counter hits come out from Pingutaro.
You know what? I like the double perfect parry. The level 2 didn't come out, but I think Pingutaro noticed that Andre was about to get burnt out, so he saved the activation, which this is actually really conducive to him right now. And he puts another game on the board. 4-win streak in this grand final right now, Flocky.
Oh man, cannot be stopped. Oh no.
Oh yeah, he can't be stopped. He definitely can't be stopped. Not after that attempt.
We're starting to see the mental stack, you know, the buzzword of the ball, right? Start to become so much for Andre to really handle. I mean, you're running out of games to work with.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. Oh, I thought he was going to do a delayed overhead there, but he didn't work out. There's an amnesia again. Gets a positional advantage, even though it wasn't a combo. He still able to put him in the corner. But because of that, we're punished. Andre is going to get a round on the board here, Fluffy.
Yes, he will. And again, just the way, you know, Pinguitaros is playing overall, it's so insane. And, you know, just that adaptation, Andre, even despite the round win, you know, still has a lot of ground to make up.
Ooh, try to get a stand heavy punch to stay punish counted there, but not really working out. And there you go. He's still adamant on using the demon raids, the demon flips, but he's been more conscious of the version he's using and what Pinguitaro is trying to do from it.
Absolutely. Okay, it's gonna activate the level 2, the Lavushka, and again, okay, the weight and drive reversal. Beautiful use of back heavy kick there. Gonna go into the sip of calamity. Absolutely drinks on Akuma right now, and Akuma's getting a nice set of 3. Can get a drive rush cancel, maybe a little bit more out of it. There it is.
We thought Richie had some sensational anti-air conversions today, but how about that? Back heavy punch, well-timed charge, fireball, and then gonna get the conversion from that. He'll give this man his props. I still think Akuma's got some of the cooler combos in the game as well, but that's me first.
Definitely can see it. Okay. It's thwack, but the beautiful demon raid gonna catch the departure early summon. So right now, Andre, even with the drive deficit, does have Pinguitaro in the corner. Now we're back to mid-screen, just like that.
The heads. So again, yeah, he's fine. If he does jump back medium kick, yeah, he's fine. Because even if it doesn't hit you, like, he's still far away. But then he got a full combo there, did Andre. Who's gonna take this round though? If you get hit by a button, it's Adamant Flame.
Absolutely beautiful jump over the overhead. Pinguitaro's gonna take full advantage of this. Maybe he's just not set up level 1. No, we're not even gonna need it for the OD Phantoms to get it done. Pinguitaro looking to get the combo piece, the 2-piece. The 2-1, you know, this game 3 kind of pivotal between these two players.
Oh, now he's doing regular jumps. I like it. He's trying to switch it up here. Is Andre, but another Lavushka to deal with. Gonna get burnt out. Good blocks up until I mentioned. Good blocks. He lost again. Commentator's curse. I'm a pro at that.
Put it on the CV for years to come, right? It's gonna be the OD Triglav. Once again, just gonna keep Andre full screen and really make it difficult for Andre to even progress forward. Pinguitaro 2-1 right now, looking to close the door on this chapter in Street Fighter 6 EU Motivation Academy number 17.
Let's see if Andre can take this to his final game here. Because Pinguitaro, he's been getting confident as the set goes on, or even just exchanging from before, man. He's just been able to adjust and identify what Andre's relying on or Ogre relying on.
Definitely agree with that. Okay, forward throw.
Good punish.
Oh.
The employment button doing its work.
Okay,
oh!
Now we're seeing Andre commit to these, just the regular dive kicks and the normal jumps like you're saying. But beautiful weight on the OD Amnesia, and Andre showing that he can still put up a fight even for a little while longer.
But notice, go back to your point, notice, okay, gonna get the stand heavy punch again. Notice how Pinguitaro is not anti-airing anymore. He's just air to airing or blocking. He's just, that's something he'll let go. There's an anti-air. I don't think he'll spend level 3 here. Yeah. It's cool not to spend it. Yates fireball.
Yep, bring him right to the corner. Andre trying to find the opening. Gonna get another throw for our troubles. Okay, drive reversal, keep Pinguitaro in the corner. There's the Amnesia, gonna wait it out. It gonna set up a level 2. Once again, the Lavushka's there. Can Andre block it out? No, it's the overhead option this go around.
Air to air with the jump light kick. Still has level 3 available. I think both of these guys are actually gonna let their dry gauge come back. They're gonna be respectable enough to let it come back, yeah. Oh! And the EX, the Lagmite caught Andre before his EX Hadouken could save him in any sort of capacity. Ow. Right to the corner.
Straight to the corner we go. Pingutaro on set point, on tournament point. Nice anti-air. And then catching the jump back. Beautiful parry on the overhead. Okay. Pingutaro trying to find their way in. Does have the level 2 available, Jammers.
Well, he's going to save it for a rainy day. And lovely conversion. Now, if he gets in now, I think he'll activate it. Here it comes.
It's going to be it's a beautiful wait. It's a beautiful confirm. And it's going to be Pingutaro that completes the reset and is your Street Fighter 6 Motivation Academy EU number 17 champion. Well done.